And hello, welcome to... It's not Wild Beyond the Witchlight anymore.
Beldark. Jen, Beldark. Jen, take two.
Oh shit, hello.
Jen, it's your campaign.
Take two,
Welcome
Jen.
to... It's been a month. Welcome to Beldark. We're playing again. Things got spicy last time in the ring. This time...
Fuck's sake.
Anyway,
Jen.
like and subscribe. It's good. Yep.
A couple of notes. A bit more, string them together a bit more. Also look at the camera maybe and be happier about it.
I was happy.
Not about your joke.
Like and subscribe, it's good, should be on a t-shirt though.
Like
and
and
subscribe,
subscribe,
it's
please. I'm desperate.
It's good.
Oh.
It's good.
I really enjoyed the dramatic music in the
Just
background.
look at the camera.
Yeah, but he just looked at it and went,
Yeah. Right.
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. It's been ages.
That's going to be my next character, that is.
Sorry,
It's going to talk absolute gibberish all the time, and then every 20th word just goes, yeah.
To be fair, I forgot to switch my screens round.
And just for context, Paranormal Cleanup, great game.
It's
It's a fantastic game.
hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also extremely stupid. Yeah. Right, okay. Good. Hello. Welcome to Beldark. Another episode of us and our shenanigans. Please like and subscribe. We like it. It's good. Okay. We don't even like to recap. Moving
Please
on.
like and subscribe, guys. Jen needs money for Sertraline. she needs some help.
She needs money to get a new key to wind her up.
Let's move on. No one's going to say anything
You
else.
sound like a record
We're
player
gonna
running
get
out of
back to
speed. She's stuck on 44. Put her on 72. Recap.
Would anyone
Who's
like to recap?
recapping?
Yeah.
We did some shit, and we
Good
fought.
stuff. Blackberry was a bear.
We went to fight in an arena to win
We did.
the match so we can talk to the leader of the Fallen Tower, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, what's his name?
Gaglath.
Gaglath.
I'm not testing you. I just forgotten.
And we did very well. We won. Only Larrick went down. It was very
all
good.
right.
Only Larrick went down. Baxter was busy
What's
running
the only
into...
front liner?
Fuck you. Pat, what do you think Panic was doing the entire time?
Flitting about.
Baxter got scared and ran into a wall for most of the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gigi weren't even here and it still happened.
Great help at the
Wisdom
start.
saves failed.
We had Blackberry and Safia was the OP in that one, I think it was, wasn't it? At near the
Yeah.
end anyway.
Yeah.
Keeping everyone up, killing everyone slowly, just walking over corpses. No one died.
There was lots of very weirdnesses where Blackberry was trying not to kill people with her gigantic bear claws and teeth.
Yes.
Bear
Yeah.
cookies.
Love taps, gentle nibbles.
Gentle nibbles. Nudges.
I didn't even get to try out my new staff because Jen was like, "Oh, if the fire damage kills them, then they're dead."
I forgot that. And I did my
Yeah.
fire attack and I went, shit.
Yes, you did. And then luckily you knocked them out beforehand.
Yeah.
Or no, or did you get
Still
knocked?
annoyed.
Oh.
No, they got knocked out. And
Oh, yeah.
it just ended, luckily. And then, now we're going to have a chat with him. That's pretty much what happened. Oh, we also saw some after credit special from Jen. 2 people that one we've pissed off and the other one we've pissed off.
I mean, let's narrow it down for people because I'm pretty sure we have pissed off every person we've come across since the start of this campaign.
I can't actually
Yeah, which
remember
one
his name.
specifically?
The guy who got us out of jail when we got to...
What's his name? Lily, you know, you're good with names. What's his name?
I can't remember his name. What have I written?
I know, I'll
Is
go
it
back now.
Oh, is it?
It's a
Oh, yeah,
song.
no.
Oh, Live Freak.
Is it
Yeah,
chic?
Freak.
Yes.
the chic.
Is it chic?
yeah.
Yeah.
Him.
Chic.
We saw
And then
him
also
and went, oh, fuck.
Skelly?
What's the?
Skelly? I've written Skelly, but I don't think that's actually the name.
No,
That was the
Skella.
person we had to go meet, wasn't it?
Skella, that's one.
No, you meant to go meet Gwen.
Oh, Gwen, yeah.
Went to go meet Gwen, first the sheep, and
we
Skiller
fucked up.
was the person from the League of...
Skiller.
Villains.
Skillet. Yeah, that was it.
The Veiled League.
That's
The
the one.
League
And
of
Skiller
Villains.
is from the League of Malevolent. Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, Simile
There's
League.
too many leagues.
Well, they're canon. That's not my fault.
So yeah, that's what happened, and we left it there. We're just about to go have a chat with Gaglaf.
Gaglath,
Gandalf.
the Great.
The great and powerful.
I'll-
Gaglaf.
Yeah. What?
Fight
saying,
you
David?
fools. What?
What were you saying?
I can't remember.
Fool of a rabbit.
All right, never mind then. Okay, so just pulling us back to where we ended. You were just climbing the steps up to Gaglath. You've all been handed beers. Larrick had been taken up the steps previously when he'd gone down.
We got our winnings as well.
Brought round. Yes, so Panic got 3,000 gold and Zafsira got 300 gold.
3,000 gold.
Yeah, it's 3 to 1. I
3,000.
put a grand in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone should have done it.
Share the love.
Yeah, there is caring.
You've got money, you lot.
I haven't. I spent all
I
mine.
don't know what you're
Honestly.
talking
Well,
about.
maybe if you fucking waited, I might Panic might have been a whiny bitch about it.
It's easily forgotten, innit? When I sold my jewels and shared it out fairly between the whole group. Yeah,
And
do
then
you remember
when
that?
I wasn't there.
After every cunt spent an entire campaign calling me a thievy bastard.
I mean, you are.
We
But-
weren't wrong.
Yeah, you profited from it. No one went, oh no, I can't take that stolen gold,
No,
Damien.
because none of us sound like that.
That's a bad impression of us.
Yeah. When have you ever heard me talk like that?
Shut up.
Also, let's admit it, some of your thievery has not put us in the best place.
That's true.
It's not my
Like the
fault.
Shadowfell altogether.
It's a little bit,
not my
little
fault.
bit your fault. A little bit your fault. Just like you sometimes get a little bit dead.
I've only done a little bit dead once.
No,
Once.
Don't know whether that's true.
twice.
I've only died once.
I'd have to ask the Master of Law about that, but you know.
You're not
Aye.
dead
No,
if
he
you're
has only
intentionally
died
doing
once,
those.
That's
but
me,
he's
Panic.
come pretty close to it a few times.
I'm the Master of Law. Allow me to remember, you've died 8 times.
Going down and
I
dying.
would argue
not the
that's a
same
little
thing.
bit more
You're
than a
dying
little
now.
bit
Look
dead.
at you. You look ill.
Everyone's dying now, you fucking cunt.
What happened to your voice?
I haven't had my coffee.
Got punched in the throat.
I just went down. I've come back
a little
northern, British northern.
Every rabbit has a north.
So,
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
shit.
Jen.
Anyway, moving on.
D&D.
anyway, so you've gone to the top of the stairs, you've got your winnings, and then just as the crowds are starting to thin, you noticed Skiller, who is also melting away with the rest of the crowds up the stairs, just disappearing away. And then in the very lowest stands, you turn and you notice one figure that you all recognize glaring up at you. He makes uncanny and uncomfortable eye contact with Safsira, and into her mind, she hears, as he just holds up 2 fingers, "Hello, darling. Give you all 2 more days to go and meet Gwen at the House of Sterling. No more dallying." And he continues to stand there, staring at all of you, as the rest of the crowds continue exiting the stand, grabbing any last drinks, any of their winnings.
I feel like you chose the wrong person there because F-Zero is definitely just going to stand there for at least 20 minutes going,
What?
And unfortunately, she's lost her voice today, so
Yeah, she's not communicating
she's
very
not
well.
well.
She's not.
She's tired, so
Did
she's
you
not
hear
on
that?
He stands there, rooted to the spot, glaring at all of you until almost the
Can we
very
all
last
see
person
him?
has left. You can all see him at this point because he's just standing there.
I'm going to wave.
yeah, I am.
As
I'm
the
gonna be like,
very
what are you
last
doing all the way
person
over there,
standing,
mate?
He follows them
Where's he
up
going?
the stairs.
Oh, he's gone.
I mean, presumably
Can I run after him?
Saphira would mention as soon as she hears a voice in her head. We all know that she would.
Saphira understands this spell. So yes,
I think it was
she
the
would
Raven
know.
Queen talking to me.
Yeah, I was going to say, but who the voice is coming from? Maybe the thing that Saphira might struggle with.
No, she would know. You all know. You've met him enough times.
So we've got
You
2
don't
more
know.
days. All right.
Cool.
2 more
Right,
days.
so we need to go and get this wedged. and we need to get this wrapped up.
Let's go talk to Gaglav
Yeah.
and get another location or something.
Who's covering Saphira?
I can.
I'm not ever playing another character. They won't die.
I'll do it.
Damien or Dare? Can you roll me perception, please, as Zashik turns to go
As
upstairs
Zashik?
from Saphira?
What I don't know is things. Roll perception for who?
Saphira.
Fucking give me a minute. I haven't even opened the bloody sheet yet.
You spring a
what the
new
fuck have you been
character on him. Look at his
I was
face.
sat watching YouTube for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
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 For context, in Paranormal Cleanup, there's a like a cultist thing that chases you around, and what its thing is
That's a
like to make
ghost.
really horrible, like sped up, high pitched
It's like constantly.
noises, and like for the most part, it's just, and then every now and then you just hear, yeah, it just carries
It's
on,
so
and it's
funny.
just so funny.
Yeah.
Completely breaks the immersion,
Yeah.
Come on.
yeah.
It's.
But it still manages to be creepy at the same time because you're running
It's
away from
fucking
someone who's
terrifying.
chasing you with a thing.
I just rolled a
Most agreeable
13.
cultist.
What, sorry?
A 13.
A 13. Okay. As the sheet goes to turn away, you catch a kind of glimpse, like a strange flashing across his eyes, almost like, you know, when you see a cat in the dark. As he goes to turn and make his way upstairs. And that is all you catch with a 13.
Is she Le Freak? What?
Yeah, cool. So
Does
as he
Saphira
goes to
share
turn
that with us?
away-
Yes, she does. There you go.
Cool.
yep.
She tells all.
As he goes to turn away and heads off, you see now the empty stands are just littered with dead tickets, betting stumps, greasy food papers, and the atmosphere that you've been enjoying of triumph is just sort of slowly leached out of the room. Gaglath kind of leans around the rest of you standing and looks at Saphira. Admirer of yours, lass. That was an intense death stare. Set even
what-
my asshole a quiver.
She's not here.
Why?
Yes, I know.
Why are we not being with?
There's a reason.
Alright.
Do you not know him?
No, I've never seen him before in our lives.
I thought we weren't going to do this anymore, dude.
What?
He helped us out.
Do you know him?
I know him.
You got
See,
any dirt
this
on
is
him?
why I tried to lie.
Yeah, but we can get some dirt on him.
Oh, yes, good idea, actually.
Do you like him?
He's not my favourite.
Oh, you got any dirt on him? No, that's not what we need.
Does he stroke you a lot as well? Or does he touch you loads?
He quite likes muscles.
And fur. I've learned.
Does he watch the fight often then?
No.
No. I think he found out we're here.
Anyway, I gather you wanted to talk to me. Scoria said you were asking about a certain individual.
I can't believe a whole town told you about it.
Well, believe it.
Yeah, we want to. I forgot her name. Fuck,
We're
every time.
looking for someone called Kendra's.
That one.
I know.
Then
We're not going to talk about it here.
well, you brought it up. Let's go somewhere else.
We are. You're going to get a special privilege. I'm going to take you to my personal quarters.
And all right, and just talk
Very
here.
much.
Because I mean,
like you've turned up with no top on. You're quite muscly. You're talking
yeah,
about old
I
sexy boy.
might be seeing someone. I'm not sure. So
I have literally no interest in any of you.
that's a fucking
That's good
lie.
then.
However, this conversation requires a bit of privacy. Come on. He gestures for you to follow him and just stomps off with his very long Goliath stride, leaving the rest of you to chase after him. The only person who manages to keep up with him with ease without a pause is Scoria, who's obviously used to kind of walking along with him, despite the fact that she's significantly shorter herself.
I'm
You're
straight
taken
on
through a
Larry's
set of
shoulder.
wooden...
Sorry.
I say I
It's
can
up to Larrick.
move faster than anything. I'm just walking alongside him, like, all right.
You head through a set of wooden doors at the back of this kind of top chamber area. You're taken along a very, very strange, narrow corridor. If you remember, because the tower's fallen, everything is misaligned, and it's all a little bit weird. Until you reach a larger chamber where there's a set of iron rungs just hammered into the side of the wall as a set of stairs.
I've got
He
taken
just-
this to a sex dungeon.
Oh yeah.
He just lollops up them. A sex attic. He lollops. He lollops up the stairs as if they're nothing.
You never want to go to the static.
Followed by Scoria through the trapdoor. They hold the kind of trapdoor open, just looking down at you like, come the fuck on then.
Yeah, all right. Is this what they
Okay.
call it, the
Yeah.
fallen tower?
What, because it's fallen over?
I mean, that would make sense. I thought it was like a bit like, you know.
We're coming.
Scoria looking down, she's like, anytime.
I'm fucking them up. I'm in. I'm in.
You're in the way.
Yeah, I'm literally like,
It's-
I'm like this far away from her head going, well, I can't go any further because you're in the fucking
It's a
way.
large trapdoor. It has to allow a Goliath through.
But you're still in the
She's
way.
not in your way.
I'm in.
Move.
So the rest of you
I'm
come
in the static.
And you find that you're in, again, this is now a massive room. Originally, what would have been the tall kind of entrance room of the tower, it's now very long, still quite kind of high in terms of ceilings, but originally it would have been this huge statuesque kind of entrance area to this tower. You can see that the windows would have been these massive full length, and now they sit on their side, but you also notice that there are arrow slits essentially that have just been like punched out of the walls, and there's a full view of the street going up the rest of the aisle through this vantage point. On one side of the room, there's another door that has clearly been kind of smashed through to make it the right height for Gaglath. But otherwise, it's quite sensibly appointed. The furniture's not as mismatched as it was downstairs. It's still quite scruffy and bashed in, but it's well kept, it's clean. And he has everything in there that he could possibly need, not just for living quarters, but also for running whatever his operation is.
Whips,
in the fallen tower.
chains, yeah.
Sex swing.
Sex
over the
swing.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a chest somewhere that keeps keep hearing a muffle and a bang.
He
No.
reaches into
not kid time
a
yet.
cabinet and pulls out a bottle of Briar whiskey and some glasses.
Oh, no, I like him now.
Gestures for you to sit on the seats. Sit.
Are they
sit.
sticky?
No.
Sorry, I'll
Head in the game, please, Damien.
stop. I'm here. Yeah. I'm tired till I've had a coffee. I sit down.
I'm going to sit down.
Yeah.
I'm already sat
Scoria
down.
takes a seat. She slumps into her chair as if she's quite often in this room. And she kind of she slumps into the chair, almost like, a stroppy teenager in a way. Although she's not stroppy, but she just flounces down like, I live in this room too. He pours the glasses for everyone. They're clean. They're not in the best condition, but they are clean. And you're just getting like quite a different vibe from his set of rooms than you have like anywhere else on the Chateau. Drink up. It'll put thorns in your hide.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
drink mine. Yeah.
You've caught my attention. You can ask your questions, but I'd like to know your intentions first. I've spent much of my life keeping the Isle tidy, and I'm not a spring chicken. What I want to know is, why did you cross into the Isle of Thoughts?
I mean, we're just
Why not just come here?
sightseeing. Well, I mean, there's no point going to the Isles and then just going to an isle when you could go and
We
see all
weren't
the
actually
Isles.
sure, where she was, so I thought we might find a clue or two. I'm also trying to find a way home.
I mean, we're clearly not from around here, so we're just exploring.
And you thought you'd take a foray into the university?
We didn't know what it was. Just looking about. My friend Baxter over here is a bit of a boffin, and he saw a room full load of books and shit, so he wanted to have a look through.
Baxter
He
just,
fucking- he fucking-
he's just like, it just shrugs his shoulders as if to be like, what can I say?
He's quite smart and shit, and he loves the
He's a
library,
nerd.
so yeah. I was trying to be nice about
Blackberry, roll insight.
Oh my god. Hang on.
it. Oh, we're not lying to her.
This whole time,
I
we
know.
were lying to Blackberry. Fuck. What's in
Permanently
this
lying to
whiskey?
Blackberry, hang on. What's my insight? Dirty 20.
Okay.
Thank god I've got a +9.
As you're sat listening to this conversation, you don't interject. You obviously know what's right and what's wrong. You notice Gaglath's jaw. He doesn't otherwise give away any opinion through his facial expressions, but you notice his jaw tighten, his knuckles whitening on the glass as he's listening to Larrick's story. That's what you're going with.
I mean, did you believe it?
He can't help but crack a smile. If I did, I wouldn't now.
I would like just to say, we've been here for like, what, a week, I guess?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of trouble, and we don't really know who to trust. So we never really start with the whole story until we get to trust someone, and we've just met you. We've heard okay things from what I gather, but
Let's just say our intentions on the Isle for the minute are our own. Our intentions with Kendris are to get rid of her, which surely is an advantage to you, right? That's the only real intention you need to know.
I can understand the sentiment. I myself am the same. And to be fair, that's also my approach. Which is why I will not just be giving up what I know for nothing.
Right. But don't you want rid of this wench, no? Or she could...
There are reasons why it's slightly more complicated than that.
You want to help
are we
us
coming
out a
back
little
after the
bit?
break, or do you want to go for it?
Well,
Maybe don't
Just
piss
in
off
case
the
you had any
giant
questions.
Bennett. All right.
I can handle giants. All right.
We just want to know where she is. We just want to go and have a chat and convince her to leave the island.
from what I know of Kendris, there is no convincing her.
Well, I wasn't gonna talk. I was just trying to be polite. We're probably gonna go and kick fuck out of her and then drag her off.
Yeah. Do we want to? I mean, how do you feel about the Raven Queen here, like yourself?
Personally, I wouldn't say I'm devout.
That's fine. You don't have to do that. So you're not against her in a weird way, right?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we need to. In all honesty, you've been forthright. We'll do the same. We need to take.
He hasn't said anything yet.
I'm trying to win him over, dude. I'm trying to.
Also, I'm sat right here.
Yeah, we don't.
We did this a lot, right?
It's a flaw of ours, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we don't know how to whisper. There's this thing
the
called,
only one.
Yeah, there's a thing called stage whispering. We don't know what that is. So anyway, we need to take her and deliver her to the Raven Queen, to the Eyrie for punishment because of the undead thing. And that will give us a chance to go talk to the Raven Queen, perhaps in person. At the place I can't remember the name of, which I don't think she'll be happy about me not remembering.
The Soromir.
I didn't. Sorry, one more time.
The Soromir.
The Soromir.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't hear that, but she popped in, checking on me.
All right. Well, thank you for finally being honest.
That's my middle name.
I thought it was Clive.
It might not be, actually. I don't have one.
Do you not have... No?
Not now, dude. Later.
All right.
I mean, he's not going to tell us anything, is he?
I will. But there are things... You've caught my attention. I can see that you're capable. But whether or not I can trust you is another thing entirely. My role here is to watch over the Isle. We keep tabs on comings and goings. We keep the Isle in order as best we can. And we protect the streets to maintain that order. Now, don't misunderstand me. We're not police. We're not guards. A lot of what we do is in our own interests. But over the last few years, I've seen a lot. And I'm not saying for sure, but I think I know who Kendris is and where she's hiding.
So
now you see Scoria when he says this sit up. She's been slouched in the chair, swilling a glass round, and she sits up and shoots him a death stare. I won't just give it to you. There are other things at stake. If I'm wrong, and honestly, if I'm right as well.
Okay.
So the people around here, they look up to you as some kind of leader. That's what we've got. Yeah, to
in
look
our community.
after them and protect them and shit, right?
To a degree. We're often called the Poor Man's Veiled League.
Oh, right.
I'll keep secrets, but if someone will pay me a pretty penny for them, well, what I then do with it is my own.
But I'm a bit confused at why you are clearly protecting somebody who's raising dead that's killing people in your island.
I'd be very careful suggesting I'm protecting her.
Well, I just say it how it looks. I'm not suggesting anything. I'd be much more forthright if I was.
It looks like she is involved in something that will cause a lot of problems if she is revealed and I'm correct. But it'll also cause a lot of problems if I accuse her and I'm wrong.
Larry's going to stand up. He's going to down his drink and put his glass on the desk. And he's just like, look, we're not from here.
Clearly.
Yeah, no, well done. We want to go home. We don't want to be stuck in, pardon my French, but your shithole gloomy world. We want to get back to our own. And right now, the only way we can do that is by finding this woman and taking her back to the Eyrie. So whether you help us or not, we're going to find her. And whatever you're worried about is going to fucking happen. So you may as well just tell us, cut out whatever comes next, and you can plan for the worst if it does fucking happen, right?
You do understand.
No, because you haven't said anything.
I believe Scoria has already told you quite a bit.
I was drunk.
You do
earlier.
understand that if you piss her off, and she really has got an army of undead lurking under the Isles, she could unleash that at any moment.
You're all right. You're a big fella. They're all squishy, aren't they?
It does sort of sound like if she's got an army of the undead, then she's planning to use them for something, though.
Yeah, regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
Likely.
Wait.
I can't see any reason why she would unleash them on the Shattered Isles.
Well, she wants to take... Wait, what?
Why the fuck? No, just him. This. I'm just going to think out loud, and it might be nothing to do with this. Sorry, you can be involved in this if you want, Gaglef. But why was Skiller here?
That's a fair point. Right.
And when I say this, I want to watch Gaglef and his reaction. Like I'm watching
Roll
his
insight.
face, twitching, everything.
Roll insight.
Which one of us was chasing them last time? Because we went to...
It was.
It was.
Was it me? No.
You and me
No,
were
you
going
were
after
Baxter was the last
Rita.
person to see Skiller.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, because Skiller was a different place. Skiller was at the Hag's Tower, the one that fell off the cliff, and it was me and you chasing her up the stairs. What's
Yeah,
that?
and
17.
then when- yeah.
Fucking hell, I'm good at. I forget I'm wisdom based.
You did for the whole campaign, yeah.
22, yeah.
Yeah. So as you mentioned Skiller, there's not a flicker of recognition on his face. He's just watching you all talking.
What if she's here to help this situation?
Do you know who we're talking about?
No.
I'm gonna look at Scoria. Do you?
No.
So she's not from here as well. She's from where we're from, but she's not good.
Well, not even where we're from, but yeah.
She was part of a group of evil people that were trying to destroy that world that we saved.
So there might be a problem that if she's here, she might be working with Kendra's to help make this army, maybe. To take over this
Maybe.
world.
I mean, there is also a
Perhaps.
likelihood that she's out because of a personal vendetta.
That's also true. She doesn't like us.
She really doesn't like us, so
So just as possible she's keeping tabs on you then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But it just seems weird. This is where she's popped up.
yeah, and it I've learned throughout the few months we've been kind of like dealing with all this crap. Nothing's really a coincidence anymore.
Larry just groaned.
I'll agree with you
really
there.
quietly. Oh.
What?
What? Fucking
I
nothing.
thought I was being really dramatic. You did
Yeah.
you did a whole speech, and I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hot.
Okay,
I'll agree with you there. That there
What, that
are
it was
very
really
few
hot?
coincidences. No. It is interesting that something particularly personal and pressing for me has come up. That's of a sensitive nature. And then you lot show up. Only a day later.
Your sensitive problem. Something.
Intrusive thought, I'm just...
I've nicked loads of shit. I might have some moisturizer or something.
I can only tell you this after you've taken an oath of fate.
An oath of what?
An
Sorry, your
oath
accent's
of
real thick.
fate.
Or the fact.
An oath of
An
feet? No, we
oath.
told you we weren't into kinky shit. Like feet,
Of
nothing.
fate.
Or
Yeah.
can you change your feet?
Got to teach Ham.
I'm about to ask you.
Educate Ham.
I'm about to ask you to do something for me.
Right, because
because I am not willing to unleash potentially a shitstorm of
Scoria,
undead.
right, sorry. You're right, she's whining in the background.
Shut up!
I'm not willing to potentially unleash an army of undead on the Isles
Yeah, fair.
while someone dear to me is vulnerable. Equally, if you do this for me, then I'll know that I can trust you
Right.
and that perhaps you may handle this with a little bit more discretion than you have done this meeting with me.
We just revert socially awkward people, I'm sorry.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, am I?
If this person is who I think she is,
Look,
then everybody could be in a lot of trouble.
But you're going on about we've got to prove we can trust you. You could be sending us into a trap. Someone that's been clearly out to kill us has just turned up for the first time since we've arrived in a new world in your fighting ring.
A lot of people
You don't think
turn
that's
up in
weird?
my fighting ring that are not nice people. To be honest, half of
barely
them
said fuck
we
all.
don't mind if they go out on the streets and they get taken by Kendris even. That's how they get picked off. I believe Scoria's already addressed this particular issue.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that go missing, nobody really minds too much.
And that's why you've done nothing about it.
It's not why we've done nothing about it. It's because we don't know what we're dealing with.
So
We don't
why
know where
you
she is. And they go underground where we can't go because of the ooze.
Why didn't you ask for help?
You can't go there. do you?
From who?
Well, I mean,
They're
have
not-
you tried to alert anyone else to this problem?
I think a lot of people know about this problem. That's why there are several contracts out for a head.
But I mean,
So what's this thing you want us to do?
I can't tell you unless you take the oath.
And the oath is what? If we break the oath, we die. Our firstborn born children get sold to hell or something. What is it?
He leans over to a small side table next to his chair, and on top, you can see there's like a little casket. And he opens the lid and pulls out what Panic immediately recognizes, and probably the rest of you, as a raven feather. We make this oath. If you break your side, her feathers will take you.
Can I be exempt?
Unless fate
got a
has
note from
something
my
else
mum.
in store.
So I can't.
You haven't got a mum.
You're adopted.
Oh my
You're
god!
adopted.
Sorry, continue.
If you break your side, her feathers will take you.
Right.
Unless fate has something else in store. In return, I'll ensure that the information reaches you when you complete your task.
When you say feathers take you, like dead.
It's whatever the Raven Queen decides.
And what if you break your side?
Same to me.
Yeah, but we need the information.
I said I'm not giving you the information
Yeah, but if you die...
until you've shown me.
Right. Yeah,
If I
okay.
die, there is a plan.
What's the plan?
Maybe
Well, the
not.
plan
Sorry,
is to
this
get
is-
the information to you, but I'm not gonna
It's like a
tell you what
we
that
get
is.
like a key with a lockbox location or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I
Bit that.
like a puzzle, like a treasure hunt.
Oh my god, please. Yeah. Oh, hang on, sorry.
Again, I can tell you a little bit more about it, but only if you take the oath.
Who else has taken the oath?
I'm in.
Panic
Hold on.
generally looks at Larrick very confused.
Who else has taken
I'm
the
in.
oath?
What, before?
Yeah.
In history?
No. for this particular problem?
Pulls out a massive
Who else have you offered this?
Pile of feathers.
No one. Because this particular problem, for me, only came up a day or two ago. I have no one I can trust who can do this that won't be put in the same position. You lot.
We're expendable.
I don't know you. You're not my friends.
Have you pointed any of the other people that are out for this bounty in the right direction?
I've only recently come across the information that I am willing to share with you. As I said, if I'm lying to you and if I don't give you the information I've got, the oath will take me too.
Yeah, but what if you're just wrong?
Then I'm wrong, and I've unleashed a whole shitstorm on the Isles and every single person who lives on it. Hence why I'm not just giving up the information. If any of you were responsible for more than the rest of you, try a couple of hundred, plus the other thousands that live on the Isles, you might see why my hands are tied.
I mean, I get it. I wasn't in charge, but I get it. There are like 30, 40 people on the ship.
Now imagine you had information that could potentially kill all of them. And let me be clear, it's the Shattered Isles. Every single person who lives here is here because they cannot live in that city. And because nobody in that city cares about them at all.
So did you stab
So if I don't take responsibility, who will? So you what, sorry?
So did you stab us with a feather? Did we sign something?
You simply need to place a finger on it and swear that you will not
Larry
divulge
leans
the
over and
information.
goes, fuck!
You will not divulge the information that I am about to give to you about my personal circumstances and the task that I'm going to ask you to do, except where you absolutely must share the information.
That's quite vague, that.
It's not vague. This is binding until this conversation has finished.
But what if we feel like we must share the information in a situation, but then you don't feel like we should have?
There is absolutely
then we
no
get
reason
fucking feather
why
cunt.
you need to share the particulars of why I am sending you on this task.
So basically, we do this, all hush hush, come back, say we've done it, and then we're good. We're golden.
Do we? I've
Yep.
got one question. This place where you're sending us, do we have to go underground in the ooze stuff?
You may have to go underground, but as
So
far
then
as
we'd
I'm
have-
aware, there's no ooze.
All right, cool. I'm going to lean over.
Quick question. I'm not being a dick or anything. I just don't know if this is going to fuck up anything I've got going on, because I've not been like... I'm kind of like a follower of the Raven Queen now. And will this like counteract that? Will I just burst into feathers anyway? I don't know how this works. I've never been like a cleric thing.
I mean, this sacred rite was set up by followers of the Raven Queen, so
I have
presumably...
not heard of it, so I don't know. I didn't get that memo.
There's nothing on the notice board.
No, I mean, I didn't, there was no instruction.
It wasn't in the
manual.
newsletter.
I just she started talking in my head. That's about it.
I
okay, yeah, I'll
can't
do it.
make you take it,
I'll take it.
but if you won't do it, you leave the room. If this lot tell you, they're fucked.
I'm doing it. I'll do it.
All right?
Yeah, I'm
If
gonna
it
go
pisses
Everybody in?
her off, I'm coming back for you.
It won't piss her off unless you break your oath.
I'm not going to. Dad.
Right, let's do this.
Everyone in?
Yeah, do we hands in the middle at the same time?
He holds a feather out. Scoria also places her finger on the feather.
Blackberry places her finger
Are
on
you
the
coming with us?
It's not a teleportation feather.
I'm not coming with you now.
Why are you doing the oath?
Well, I think
You'll see.
What's everyone
The feather disintegrates after a couple of moments. You can see Gagbeth concentrating. He's obviously like kind of concentrating on whatever it is that he's about to tell you that you won't be able to share.
Sorry, I didn't hear the feather disintegrates. I heard she disintegrates. Jesus Christ! You glossed over that
Oh
one.
God. She thought about it.
So, you'll see.
The feather disintegrates.
She thought about sharing.
Right, yeah, anyway, sorry. I'm good.
All right. Pours everybody a fresh glass that needs one. My partner went missing about, 2 days ago. I only got word for sure yesterday. Argan, his name is. We've been together a long time. We don't only protect the Isles here, we also take in, much like the Raven Queen, orphans, strays. Scoria, for example. She's been my daughter since she was 2 years old. Argan went missing while working for Largan Goldblood on the 7th Vault. It's a secret site that's on the grounds of Briarborn Manor. It's been of legendary status since the Isles went bang. Apparently some great amazing treasures is hidden in the 7th Vault. Anyway, Largan thinks that he's found it. So I sent Ergan as a spy to see what he's found. Figure out, A, if there was any profit to be had for us, and B, to figure out why it is that so many people are missing on this excavation. There's got to be something dangerous down there, and I was worried, A, if it might have something to do with Kendris, and B, if he's unleashing something else entirely. Ergan is Largan's cousin, so it stood to reason that he might be able to trust him, and we've kept our relationship secret for a long time. There are very few people outside of this room who know, and it's important to me that it stays that way. Hence why I would not tell you without you swearing the oath. As I said, there's absolutely no reason why Largan should ever hear of the particulars of my relationships with the people in my family. For everyone else's knowledge, I'm a lone wolf with a few trusted members of the Tower community. As it is, I think Ergan found something, and either Largan has taken him prisoner, or maybe done something to him, and I need him back. I need you to go down into the vault. I need you to set yourselves up as workers for Largan. I need you to figure out where Mount Ergan is. And I need you to come back and tell me what it is that he's found. Then I will tell you who I think Kendris Moyleth is.
Right, okay. How do we set ourselves up as workers?
Simple. He seems to go through them like I go through my whiskey. All you need to do is present yourself for work. You've just made a name for yourselves as cage fighters. I'm sure he'd be willing to take you. Strong, capable.
Right. And what if we don't find your fella?
Well, at least you tried.
But we're not going to get.
And if it's not Largan, then it's going to be someone from Chimney.
Chimney?
Chimney community.
Well, are they the ones that look after the bridges?
No, that's the gate community.
No,
So
that's
who
Gates community. Because the bridges
Chimneys
have
look
gates.
And Chimney community looks after the actual gates.
Baxter's gonna just, as you say that bridges have gates, Baxter's just gonna really glare into the side of Larrick's head.
I felt that
I
through
think
his skull.
I think it's a fair question, but never mind.
Well,
Look,
no,
it's fine. We'll do this.
What?
Don't worry
Well,
about
what
it.
does Chimney community look after? Stairs?
No, they're just called Chimney community because they live all across the top of the old manor. They've created like a shanty town up there.
That's actually really clever. I like that. I
They,
think that's really cool.
They keep to themselves. They're all shifters.
Shifters.
Huh?
Work.
Their leader,
Yeah.
Ballas Tusklor, is a
Right.
boar shifter, for example.
What? Sorry, that kind of thing.
Well, what F-Zero told us earlier. Shifters have all weird glowy eyes and shit.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily, no.
Well, let's just blow my idea out of the water then, so I'll go
Oh,
fuck
that would
myself.
be really
and shit.
good. That would be really good. I see where you're going. I think you got mixed up with the stage play Supernatural.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Super medieval.
That's kind of normal, actually.
Right, so we'll do this,
All right.
and we'll find out what's happened to your fella, and then you'll tell us where she is.
Do you
But-
want us to get him
I-
out?
If you can get him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of be honest. You could have just said this. We wouldn't have said anything. We would have helped.
Yeah.
I know.
You know how you said when you
yeah.
came to the Shadowfell, didn't trust anyone, and you
Yeah,
haven't,
yeah.
for whatever reason, you didn't tell me that you went into the vault into the old university, and you didn't tell me that you went and picked up the Burnished Star from the Mulia. Remember?
I generally
Well,
forgot. but
we still haven't told you all of that, so
No, you haven't. As I
so
said,
you did.
my job's to be eyes and ears.
there's no point lying.
No, but who told you?
No, spy, probably.
I'm not going to tell you exactly who,
Bird.
but you had quite an audience of Shadowborn elves on the Isle of Groves.
Did we?
You made quite a lot of noise.
Oh, in the Thorny house, yeah, we did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did it make nice.
Well, that.
There was a Lamia in that house, actually.
Just yeah, there was. Yes, they were
Well, that is
stealing from
unusual.
your islands, and we stopped them. Just point that one out. But
They're not my islands.
Anyway,
we fucking
there's
out
another
like that.
argument sake. Yeah, I mean,
Look, I don't mind that you've taken the star. It's fine.
okay, no mind then. That we're using it to get home,
we
Fine.
just want to go home, mate.
but we'll help you
Look,
out.
on a show of good faith, considering we're going to go and do this for you, we took this oath, and you actually still haven't give us much, anything. In fact, if you know where we've been and what we've been doing, the people that came to the vault after us,
Mm-hmm.
do you know who they were?
Looters.
Nothing
Are
special.
they not following
Not-
us?
Not to my knowledge.
Not seen them
That's-
before.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people trying to get stuff off the Isles and past the nose of the conservatory.
They haven't been through here.
Possibly. But they're nothing special.
All right.
They haven't asked you for any information.
Nope.
I think they're just
All right.
dickheads. So yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well,
One question, and this is actually legit this time. Like, do you have like a spare room we can all kip in tonight? Because we're a bit beaten up from getting your attention.
All right, I'll give you that. Scoria. She can show you to a room. But look, I can sense that you're a bit upset that I haven't been able to be completely forthright with you. So I'll tell you one thing about that star. It's only, I'd say, I think what she said was there's 7 stones, and I think only one of them lit up. Is that right?
Yeah. I think.
If you want more information on it, you need to speak to Meppen.
One more time, a carriage went by.
You need to speak to Meppen.
Meppen.
She's the leader of the Gates community.
Ah.
we can't speak to them.
You might want to wind your neck in about it.
Well, we might have already really pissed them off.
No, you pissed them off.
No, yeah, you.
I like,
you-
I
yeah.
like the gate community.
It's you and your
I
big
think
mouth.
we all
You're,
did.
you're thinking of a different community.
Oh, yes.
We all
Sorry.
did. You had the problem with the gate community.
I can go back and watch the memory, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't just fucking me.
No, it was everyone. So, no, we'll like, we talk a lot of shit because, hey, maybe we're just terrified of screwing up and being stuck in a world we don't understand. But, we'll do this, and we'll do it right, and we'll do our best for you.
I appreciate it. Look,
Are you sick?
I know it seems unfair.
I'll tell you later.
I've got to protect my own. As much as you lot want to get home, it's not really my problem. But it's going to be my problem if an army of undead come up from underneath the Isles. It's going to be my problem if Kendris comes along and starts wiping out the rest of the Isles.
I don't know if I was clear enough earlier, because I talk too much and I dance around shit. I realise that. But it's fine that you've basically extorted us because you want us to go and rescue your fella. But when we find out who Kendris is, that shit's all going to happen regardless of what's happening now. I need to be clear about this, but why? Like, she's coming back with us, whether she does it voluntarily or we drag her back.
I need to know I can trust you. I need to know that my family is safe. Not only because any normal person would want their family to be safe before shit hits the fan, but also because I'm willing to send some of my best with you to go and get her. I'm willing to put myself clearly and obviously forward as the person who has sent you after her in the process.
Well, don't
do that.
We never.
If you don't want Rizal with you, if you don't want Scoria with you, then that's fine. But the offer is there.
Okay, we'll play that by ear
Even
when
so,
it comes to it.
I'm not putting my family at risk. If Ergen is gone, then he is gone. But at least then I will know. But I don't want to run the risk of her bringing him back as some monstrosity either.
Do you want him back regardless?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I know that's a shit question.
Do you understand?
No.
Yeah.
This is Glimrot. I don't know what you were expecting.
No, we kind of figured it. It's just,
We keep stumbling into situations where, quite frankly, it's none of our business. But we end up having to try and fix it regardless. Because, quite frankly, we just can't get home.
But in this regard, I'm willing to help regardless.
Panic's right. We would have just helped if you'd asked.
I'm sure you would.
I've got
But
a lot
much
of
like
respect
you,
for
I don't
people.
trust people.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this will help, but...
And if you're willing to do it regardless, then the oath won't affect you at all, will it?
When do you want us to go by?
Make sure
Sooner rather than later.
Oh, shit.
No, just
Well, it's late
I'm
now.
getting there, yeah.
It's late now. There's no point in going now.
Not now.
If you can go first thing tomorrow morning, he'll put you to work straight away.
Okay, that could work out, and then we should be back by lunchtime. We've got 2 more days.
We have 2 days.
Yeah,
We've
but
literally
it's
got
not
2
tomorrow.
days.
It's the day after, so we should be back by the evening, surely. And then we head straight
Otherwise,
off.
1 or 2 of us is going to have to break off and deal with the 2 days thing.
Panic. No, let's talk about this in our room.
But I could, though.
Yeah, let's talk about it not here.
Yeah. Right, we're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could, though.
It doesn't. He probably fucking knows anyway, doesn't he? He fucking knows everything.
Wait, speaking of which.
Let's...
No, but hang on. We're helping him out. Doesn't matter. I'm helping, regardless. Secrets or not, he knows everything. Why don't we just ask for a little favour while we're doing this? We'll do this as soon as possible, but we need to talk to someone within 2 days to get information.
And I think it has to be one of us that goes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it has to be us.
They're not going to trust if we send someone else. Not especially if we don't.
Yeah,
if we
right.
send old fucking... I'm going to point at Scoria and I go, look, what if he sends old fucking Smiley over here? They're not going to tell her anything. It's a compliment, sorry.
No, it's actually quite a compliment from him.
Scoria stands up. She won't even look.
I'm really tired.
She won't even look at Gaglath. I'll take you to your room.
Cool.
Thank you.
You seem you seem annoyed. It was just a joke. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're actually really hot.
Yeah.
She ignores you entirely, slams her glass down on the table next to Gaglath, and she goes, "Good night, father."
I didn't just call your daughter hot in front of you. My apologies.
He sort of rolls his eyes, but you can see like his mouth just sort of twitching, like he's trying not to smile.
I'm just gonna leave.
Has she stormed off?
No, she's waiting for you at the big Goliath-shaped doorway.
Blackberry's just going to follow her. Blackberry's not even getting involved in this carnage anymore.
I'm gonna tug Larrick's ears in the direction.
As they leave, I'm gonna hang back behind and be like, I mean, they're right. I am a bit of a nerd. How exactly does the oath work?
While I was quiet, I was thinking of all the things that you aren't allowed to say. And I was, I guess, letting the Raven Queen know what it is that I know, or I think I know, and how it is that I will get the information to you, even if I should pass.
Okay. And just remind me again, the rules of the oath are that we are not allowed.
You cannot share any of my personal information, the relationship I have to Argan or Scoria, or that any of the other people here I consider my children. You cannot share it with anybody, except for those people in this room, and obviously Argan himself, because that wouldn't make any sense.
Don't make it harder, but yeah.
All right. Good night.
That's it.
As
I can see an argument coming my way.
Baxter just leaves.
Doing a fuck.
Good night.
Walks out.
And he just
Deal
kind
with
of
it
gives him a little wave.
As we're
Closes the door behind him.
walking to our room,
Mm-hmm.
can I just catch up with Scoria?
Yeah. So she's taking you through this like big door, and it's led you onto a narrow corridor that's obviously been knocked up since the fall of the tower, and you can see like rooms with doorways kind of leading off. One or two of the doors kind of stand ajar, and you can just see that they're different bedrooms essentially. And she's just leading you down the corridor.
Has she said anything to us? Is she still quite clearly pissed off?
Nope, she's just stomping along.
I'm gonna catch up next to her and just be like, can I talk to you a second? Just, we can keep walking, it's fine.
Okay.
Look, whether you're pissed off because you wanted to go and save your dad and you got told no, or you're just pissed off that he's told a load of randos about your dad, we if he's not dead, we'll bring you back, I promise.
I'm pissed off because I would happily have gone to look for him and he wouldn't let me.
You
But he's happy to let a bunch of strangers.
Well, you can.
And I'm pissed off because I have been saying we need to go after Kendris for years. And now he tells me that he thinks he knows who she is. Doesn't even tell me, he tells you.
Oh, I thought you knew.
No.
Oh, that's awkward, that. Listen, we'll get your dad. You can see why he doesn't want you to go and save your dad, right?
I'm
We're entirely
capable.
expendable. That's not what he's saying. He's already lost one person. He doesn't want to lose another. Take it from somebody who's lost all of their family. It's not a nice feeling.
And sorry, if I can
Play the
interject.
orphan card. Yep.
Can I interject as well?
I mean, I don't think I've ever played the orphan card in my entire life, but that was uncalled for.
I mean, that was yeah, fuck me, Jesus.
Jesus.
I was just going to say, as someone who
I'm just going to
has,
bring back half of him.
as someone who happens to have like an adoptive dad type situation, it's always the best interests. He'd do anything to protect me, and I fucked up, and here I am. And all I want to do is see him again.
You will.
You wouldn't want to do
Look.
that to you.
All right. I
How
suppose
about
you're right.
this? When you show us our room and then you go back to give him an earful, maybe just.
Oh,
give him
you've
half
stopped
an
walking at this
earful.
point. You just stood outside the door.
When you go back in a minute, once we fuck off through this door, maybe just give him like half the earful, because he's pissed me off a little bit too, and no info. But just go easy on him, and then why don't you come and kill Kendris with us? That make you feel better.
It would.
Okay, we'll do that.
It
then.
would.
Maybe, yeah, and also maybe give him a hug, because why not?
Because he's hairy.
Are you dying?
Yeah, but for the poor soul who can't hug her dad right now.
Oh my god, everyone's pulling the orphan
I
card.
know, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Make you
I
feel
only don't
bad.
like
made up.
it because it makes
Should we
me
get it
feel
made up,
things.
just like a little card orphan on it, and we just
Yeah,
hand
we
them
can all
out.
have like name tags, information sheets, almost like a stat block, if you will.
Like a character sheet.
We introduce
You know,
ourselves like we're at an
fucking
AA meeting or something.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm Larrick and I'm an orphan.
I don't know my parents, but I was adopted. Anyway, let's go.
Your rooms are in here. I'm sorry, it's just 2 rooms.
That's
There's a
fine.
bathroom off down the end of the hall.
Don't know what that's for, but all right.
You just need to heat the water a little bit.
Thanks.
It's nothing special, but it's sort of clean and kind of tidy. And as Gaglath said, he has worked hard to keep this island in some kind of order. We're very lucky to have what we have. And I guess he is just trying to protect the people who don't. And there's a lot of them. I mean, you can't avoid them, right? You must have seen them just walking here.
Yeah.
Ghost.
He's still a fucking idiot, though. And she turns around and stomps off.
Scurry
no.
on.
You just hear
Sorry,
her boots
soon
like
to be
doof,
orphan.
doof, doof, doof.
She's
And you
kinda
notice
cool.
that that kind of fire genasi streak in her, because she's angry, like she's obviously, it's diminishing the pallor. She's becoming more of a vibrant kind of color. Her hair is like starting to glow in kind of like more of a fiery color as well, as she's like stomping off down the corridor, obviously ready to go and have a big row with her dad.
Pretty badass.
Oh, yeah, she's
I know
pretty
what
cool.
listen.
Right, just go in and get to sleep, I suppose.
So the room is very simple. It is just several kind of pallet beds with. He's got like kind of like thick blankets on them. It's as comfortable really as you're gonna get for a free room, unexpectedly. So there's 2 rooms, one with 3. Hang on, how many of you are there? Yeah, one with 3 beds, one with 2 beds. And then at the end of the hall, there's a bathroom with a large, very dented copper basin. Which, yeah, you can fill with water as you need. Okay, should we take a short break?
Yeah,
quickly.
whisper.
Thinking about the manor
Yes.
and us having read books about the different, like the history and some of the families and things like that.
Mhm.
It's a real long shot. Can I remember anything specific about that family?
The Briarborn family.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the Briarborns were one of the primary instigators of the rebellion against Prince Roland.
Yeah.
They were betrayed by a member of another major house,
Mhm.
who are still operating in Gloomrock today.
Mhm.
as a result, obviously Roland found out about it, and it's still unclear to the majority of people living in Gloomroar today. The Sever was caused, which basically caused a massive flooding of some kind of, well, it was like a kind of tsunami type flooding, but at the same time, some kind of necromantic flooding of the Shattered Isles, or rather what became the Shattered Isles, and they were shoved away from the mainland to become isles where originally they were joined to the city proper. So this is why a lot of the sayings that people have, a lot of the idioms and proverbs that people use, particularly in the Shattered Isles, relate to thorns, briars, etc.
Right.
So would you say that quite a few people blame the Briarborns for what happened?
Yes, although the Briarborns are no more.
None of them exist to most people's knowledge.
They were wiped out as far as people are aware yet.
Oh, did they?
Okay.
Oh, did they?
Break.
So presumably whatever we're looking at from the books that we've read would have been there prior to everything going tits up. One would presume.
Yes and no. Yeah.
That's an assumption. So yeah, fine. Not.
Yeah. So you've read a lot about kind of the Isles more broadly. It's like you're only talking a couple of 100 years. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's still within living memory. In this world, there's a lot of people that were alive when it happened, but it's just poorly understood exactly how the Sever happened.
Yeah.
By a lot of people. Books have been written and theorized on it, but it's never been kind of confirmed by anyone exactly how it happened, what happened. Only that some houses chose to rebel, so the Briarborns and the Felroths in particular, and then other houses were going to rebel with them and then kind of turncoat at the last moment betrayed them.
And what we've just learned is about was it the Seventh Vault?
The Seventh Vault, yeah. So the Briarborns were ridiculously wealthy.
Yeah.
The isle that you're currently on housed some of the wealthiest people who have ever lived in Gloomroar, past and present. They were some of the wealthiest. They had several vaults, essentially, and 6 of them were known, not necessarily the contents, but they were kind of like broadly known what they were and like an idea of what they held. And then there was always this mysterious legend of the 7th.
Yeah.
No one really knows if like they spread the rumor themselves or anything else, but
I mean,
that's what people have been looking for.
Yeah, it was kind of implied anyway, but that's what I was getting at, is that the vault would have obviously existed before everything went tits up.
Theoretically.
Looking for it. Yeah.
But again, it's been theorized that they might have just made this thing up just to elevate their own status because no one had ever seen it.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah. Cool. So we'll leave you in the room and have a quick break. So you go into the room. Obviously, I've told you what it all looks like. Blah, blah, blah. Here we are. Back into Beldark. Not me, stuck in a Word document of hell. You go in. It's getting on to kind of late evening. You'd be starting to consider bedtime if you were not in a tavern, tempted by fighting, drinking, etc. There's like a couple of other bits in the room. After you've had about 20 minutes or so to settle, some food's brought up to you. Again, it's pretty like simple fare. It's, rough brown bread, really hard cheese. You've noticed that a lot of the food in Gloomroar, particularly for the poorer classes, features mushrooms. So there's there's fried mushrooms. Stop pulling your face. You're a rabbit.
Yes, known for eating fried mushrooms, yes.
Yes, indeed, in butter.
That's what I just remember me and Jen frying up loads of mushrooms for our house rabbits. Yeah.
Breaded
All those
mushrooms.
memories.
Yeah, couldn't get enough of them.
Yeah, so it's pretty simple fare, but it's tasty and it's inoffensive, and it definitely fills the void that you've all developed having done this massive, ridiculous fight. Larrick, you in particular have had kind of a pounding headache ever since. Maybe starting on the booze straight after being knocked out wasn't a great idea.
I'm fine.
Blackberry does have a slight cravings for some red meat, though, because of the bear that she's still trying to shake off. She was a bear!
Looks down, she's just gnawing someone's leg slightly, like sauce.
See, I told you it tastes nice. Not that I know.
The rabbit doesn't like it, but Blackberry wanted meat.
Larrick, are you feeling
Blackberry.
okay?
Why?
I'm just fucking asking.
I'm fine, yeah.
She's allowed to care, Larrick.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, talking about okay, are you dying?
What?
Well, why were you so fucking nice back there?
Well,
You get a god and all of a sudden you're
no.
lovely?
But no, I don't know. Does that how it work?
I don't fucking know, do I?
No, neither do I.
Asking you.
Why am I talking like this still? No, I'm still not getting used to the change of voices. I forgot. I told you that. Anyway, no, it's and he brought up the whole like adopting thing. It kind of hit hard with home. I was adopted by my crew and especially by the captain. So
Yeah, but you were nice to Matey Boy as well.
which one?
The massive guy we were just talking to for fucking
Yeah, that's
age.
the reason I just said. Like, because what? The captain is my captain, but he's also kind of like my dad. So,
Right.
you know, it just kind of hit home a little bit, and not gonna lie, I miss him.
That's fair. But you're going to go home, you know that, right?
I know, just worried. That last thing I said to him was, "I'll be all right," and he hasn't heard from me in God knows how long, because obviously time differences and stuff.
It's probably not great, eh?
No.
How did you end up going from a fucking ship to a tree trunk in the middle of the Feywild? Well, in a doll's house, in fact.
Yeah, that was weird. I woke up one day on the ship and I just had an urge to go somewhere. That I needed to find something. Kind of like you lot did, I guess.
But how did you... I don't think we've ever actually had this conversation.
No.
The whole time we've been travelling, shit.
We
You've never asked.
How did you get there?
Well, I found the carnival and went in and found the way in, and I got in and I got ambushed as soon as I got through. That's the last thing I remember.
What way in?
It's like a portal or something. Mirrors or something. It's a while back now. I can't remember. I don't know how long I was a doll, but it was a while.
You must have gone in way before we did.
Might have, yeah. I got jumped and I ended up in a doll's house, and I don't really remember. It was all quite blurry.
Who jumped you?
Didn't see. Like a short person, childlike thing. It was weird. If I remember correctly from what a certain person told me many, many years ago.
A short person, childlike thing.
Well, I mean, we saw a child in the mirror.
Oh my god, is it the one you killed?
The
Imagine if that
creature?
was imagine if that was the full circle.
That would be nice.
Well, I mean, considering
Yeah.
whatever that thing was,
A child,
was
yeah.
A child. Honestly, sorry, James. We don't plan these things.
No, this is not planned.
No,
it just
it's not planned.
happens.
It's not planned. It's just every time you mention a child.
Yeah. I mean, it might have
No,
been
I
the
know.
same
I know.
child.
Don't worry, Damien. I'm very safe in the bit. Don't worry.
Good. But yeah, that's how I got into yeah, from what I remember.
I mean, sounds quite similar to us, except we had a bit more time before we met the hags.
Well, it was
I don't really recall meeting them. Like,
through.
I could see her, but I couldn't focus on it. It wasn't until I saw Lara come through the doors that I kind of went, wait, there's someone else here. Had such an urge to start moving around, trying to move and say something.
Mm-hmm.
Which you didn't notice.
I was busy nicking.
You were scared of me.
Does do that.
Well, I mean, a tiny little thing in a doll's house starts shouting at you. It's going to freak you out a
Who
little
the
bit.
fuck are you calling tiny?
Well, you were then, though.
All right, yeah, fair.
It's still a little bit
I'm
now.
taller than most fairies, I'll have you know.
Well, I mean, you're the only one I've ever met, so...
You've met two. That one didn't count. She was
bigger than you,
human-sized.
isn't
I
she?
didn't like it.
So out of the two I've met, you're the smallest.
No, because this is normal. He's getting really annoyed.
He's going to say, no, I'm fucking about.
I noticed.
Just thinking about
I'm
tomorrow.
tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How can I put this lightly?
Don't
we
talk.
are not the best at deceiving people. And this now has something over our head
Yeah.
with the oath.
I mean, I don't see like we have a choice. We took the oath. We need to go in and
Absolutely.
do the thing to get the information we need. We just need to keep our mouth shut. We just want the job.
Yeah,
we
we
just
don't.
need to be quiet.
We just
Exactly.
need money.
We don't try
We
and
want the
deceive.
job. We need money. We don't talk about it. We
Yeah, no,
just,
absolutely. But we just need to be quiet.
I'll shut up.
If one
I'll
of
get
us, if one of us disappears, we're not going to be able to get to them anytime soon.
No, we stick
Well,
together.
I've had a thought about this.
we need to stop pushing so hard at people as well, because if we start pushing too hard, they're going to notice.
Mhm.
So we need to keep our heads down and listen and not go in swinging, for lack of a better word.
I'll keep quiet. You pair can do the talking. You're far more sensible and less irritable. But I have had a bit of a wild thought.
Uh-oh.
Baxter is just shaking his head.
I'm not going to do it. This is why. If I was going to do it, I wouldn't tell you. I'd just do it. I don't know if you figured this out yet or not.
I am.
Yeah. I mean, if you
Yeah.
think that it's just going to take us to her, I don't know whether it will.
But what if it does?
Yeah, but what if it doesn't?
And what do we actually think the likelihoods of finding his fella alive are? Because I'm thinking pretty fucking slim at the minute.
Pretty slow. I reckon we're going to find him.
I'm
and
holding
probably-
out hope.
I mean, we can hope.
It just doesn't it seem a bit too coincidental? Or Kendris is taking people that go missing, but then everyone that goes down this vault goes missing.
Yeah, I mean,
What if she's working with this fucking dude? The vault's bullshit. It's just a trap to get people to go in so she can steal them, take them away, turn them into undead. We just go in the vault. Boom, there she is. We kill her, we come back, go, sorry, couldn't find your pal, but we did, sorry.
unless the vault.
I mean,
is
it's
something
just
else.
a thought.
The vault may be something else.
Could be anything. I think speculating at this point is a waste of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're so far in. We're so far in over our heads at this point that
Me.
But it's almost too obvious, right?
we can't. Exactly. That's.
Oh, it
We
absolutely
still
feels
have
like a
to-
trap.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna
Yeah.
have to go for it though. And see what
We're just
happens.
gonna have to just see what happens. But at this point, we're so far in over our heads.
But the thing that we do have control over is what we're saying. And Larrick, I know what you're thinking. but I don't know whether that is how it works.
It was just a thought. I mean, if we get snatched and it gets fucking wrong anyway, we'll find out either way, won't we?
Breaking the oath sounds like an act of betrayal. So
I'm not going to break
if
the
you
oath.
do turn up, it certainly sounds like you're not turning up in the good books.
I'm not going to break the oath.
Yeah, please don't.
No.
Yeah.
Well, why would I?
I don't know.
Well,
He said it.
but you, I mean,
What?
you can't tell
I've
me
helped.
thinking.
I've never thought about breaking the oath once. I've helped every
Are
person.
you
that's
thinking
asked
about
me for
breaking the
help.
oath, Baxter?
Yeah.
No.
You're too keen on it.
No.
No.
I'd like to roll insight, please.
I'm going to roll insight on Larrick as to whether I just missed what he
Larrick has
misread.
helped every single
Misread.
person
No.
that's asked for his help.
What I'm specifically looking at is whether you had the same idea about the fact that supposedly if we break the oath, then the feathers come and get us, and it potentially
No, not at all. No,
to the
no, you don't need to roll insight. No, that's not what I meant. What I meant was people are going missing working in this vault, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then also people are going missing because apparently Kendris has taken them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that. Yeah.
What I think is that both are the same thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So
No, sorry. Yes.
we go in the
are
vault.
agreed on that.
We go in the vault, we get taken, we go straight to Kendris was my thought. That was my wild idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Got you. Ignore my thought.
I had an idea, though,
I am.
as a backup. If instead of getting taken away and we just find the guy and he's stuck like in a cage or some bullshit, whatever, I do have this, and I pull out the scroll dimension door. I found
Get
it
him
in the vault thing we went to, but we could get him out very quickly.
I mean, I feel that if we find him alive or dead,
Yeah.
we get him out. That's the number one priority.
Mm.
We bring him home.
I mean, well, dead.
But just in case. Right, no, we still need to bring him back.
No, but I'm saying dead, we could just put him in the bag of holding. It's not great, but I mean,
that's not my favourite thing to do with the bag of holding.
if we are in a pinch,
Just stuff the body in
because
there.
I don't know if dimension door works on a fucking dead person. It might only be living creatures. A living,
No idea.
willing creature, I'm sure, if I remember correctly last time.
I didn't think you could read.
I can't.
We
What are
can
you on about?
Figure it. I mean, we can study that.
I don't know. I'm just making things up. Oh, no, nothing. I'm so silly.
Oh, fucking shut up. No one
No, you mean
gives
now.
a shit anymore.
I hope you fucking feel better.
I've been quite mean today.
I
It's
say
probably
better,
I've
As I
been
say,
knocked
I
out.
hope you feel better. I cast the healing word without, just casually on Larrick. Because Panic generally feels bad that he's still bruised and battered.
He's fucked. He's like covered in blood, big gash down his fucking face.
You get 7 points back.
He's gonna look and go, do you know what? I actually do. That was weird. That
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
look, let's go to this place. What time is it, Jen? Sorry. Ish.
So
It's 5 to 10.
by the time you've eaten, kind of realistically, by the time you've eaten and stuff, you would be like getting on quite late. It would be maybe about 5 to 10.
Look, let's go to this place tomorrow. Blackberry, Baxter do the talking, and then
We have a day to
stuff
do this.
shouldn't go wrong. But we have to be quick. We need to get in, find him, whatever the outcome is, and get the fuck out.
Yep.
I won't look to get taken. So
Please don't.
that's why I told everyone my wild idea now, so everyone could go, don't do that, you dickhead, and then it's all done, isn't it?
Right.
I'm gonna go and have a wash, and I'm gonna go to bed because I feel shit.
I don't know what
Okay.
washing is, so I hope you have fun.
You know, if you don't have an actual bath soon, I'm just gonna dunk you in the middle of the night because you fucking stink and you sit on me.
I've got that fancy bag thing, so now I piss and don't. I look great.
No, you just smell better.
No, I look better as well.
Does it make you look physically clean? Does it?
Jen said.
I thought
It doesn't actually clean you, though.
Jen said it made me look better. No,
Yeah.
I'm not actually clean.
It doesn't improve the
Polishes over
smell.
the dirt.
Hang on, okay, hang on. Before you go for a wash, then, because I generally don't know how to do that. It's weird. I'm going to just take the pouch off. And see if
Fucking
Oh
shit.
no.
I'll go. Fine. Just
Let me go first.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to wash my face. Can I just go and wash my face?
No, you need to wash like an actual bath, mate.
I'm going to go wash my face.
Imagine
and
that's not the bit that's
If you
not.
wash your face, it's like putting a plaster on a fucking axe wound. It's going
I
to do
don't know
nothing.
what those are, apart from the actual
Shut
bit.
up. You need to wash. Genuine now, because you smell.
Right. Go on then, hurry up.
He's going to go, and he's literally going to have the fastest wash he's ever had in his entire life, because he doesn't want it to change her mind. He's going to run out with like a towel wrapped around him, all fucking sodden still, just going, it's ready, go.
Fine, I'll go.
Do I go?
But before
Okay,
I go,
is Panic going for a
There's
proper
soap on
wash?
the side of the
Panic is
bath.
going for a proper wash. But before Panic
Okay.
goes off to the washroom thing, can I just speak to you a minute? Hello, private a sec.
What, in the wash? I don't want to wash your wash. I'm not going to
I'm
wash your
not
back.
asking you to watch me wash.
I don't want to wash your
Have
back or your feet or
No.
anything.
Just follow me a minute.
All right. Where are we going?
Just out in the hallway or something. That's all I was asking.
I'm going to be towel man.
What's that? I mean, what's exactly different? You're just covered in fur. You'll be fine for 5
I wear
seconds.
trousers.
That's it.
Well, yeah, fair point. What do you want?
Pat's going to hand over a pouch of 500 gold and say, that's for you for, from the winnings. Because, you don't have any money left.
I mean, mate, are you actually dying? I know I've already
No,
asked, but
I'm
it's just me and you.
Can you just... No, I'm fine. You didn't have any money left, and we might need money in the future, and I thought it'd be better than me having all these winnings, and
All right. Thanks.
I just want to do something nice for you. That's all.
Oh, that is nice. Thank you.
Whatever. I'm just going to stomp off to the washroom.
He's going to just walk back into the room looking really bewildered and start getting dressed.
Presumably with a pouch in his hand.
With a pouch in my hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey!
I'm
actually,
gonna
Larry-
look at Larrick and be like, where'd you get that from?
Services rendered.
Oh.
He's gonna laugh and just walk off and not say anything else.
Larrick and Panic, can you both give me constitution rolls, please?
What?
What?
Why?
Because
This is what you get for being nice, you dickhead.
What? What? Saving throw or just roll?
Yeah, saving
Just
throw
roll.
roll.
Just roll.
Just
That's
roll.
a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh no. He was only in
Fucking
his hell.
second dice I rolled this session.
Kind of glad I gave you that hit points back.
It's that many, Jen. It's that many.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay.
Is he poisoned?
This conversation about cleanliness for you, Panic, has sparked a little bit of just a little bit of a brainwave about what Larry's saying about being clean and the importance of hygiene. And you realise that you have itched a lot. You've just been really itchy for like maybe years.
Don't you fucking dare.
And as you go to the bathroom,
I've got fur. Don't.
as you go to the bathroom and you
No.
wash,
I'm not. No.
the dirt that comes off your skin, A, you realise that you are nowhere near as tanned as you thought. That was just dirt. And B,
Shit.
oh yeah, that leathery seafaring skin, that wasn't it. That was just dirt. You realise that you have got a lot of bite marks all over your body.
Oh, no.
However, perhaps because you changed your clothes for a fresh set just over a week ago, although you haven't washed, maybe this has helped. As you have your bath and you give yourself a good scrub, you think you've managed to get rid of the majority of them. And you do take the time to comb your hair through properly. Larrick, on the other hand, this conversation, again, making you think about your own hygiene and the fact that she's sitting on your shoulder all the time. When you go for a wash, you realise that actually, like, that shoulder in particular has been quite itchy, and as you examine your fur, you realise that you are covered in bite marks and you have developed a case of lice.
No.
This is not going to affect you generally, except that you will be itchy and uncomfortable.
Except the fact that my entire body is covered in fucking hair.
It may affect your charisma rolls.
How do I get rid of them? I'm not shaving.
Well, I mean, you could probably find some oil or something.
Like a sphinx rabbit.
Would it count if we did like minor curse removal?
Tea tree will probably work.
I would imagine that someone like Blackberry would be able to kind of
I'm gonna kick the door down to the bathroom and be like, you gave me fucking lice!
Proper fucking awkward moment. I am mid getting my hair washed in the bath. What?
You just go in a bit. Fuck, talk to you in a minute.
Wait, as soon as you come back out of the bathroom, you see that Baxter takes at least 3 steps away from you.
So does Blackberry.
Baxter, you're clever. How do I get rid of him? Brilliant. Fuck.
I mean, I'm not the only clever person in this room.
No, I think you might be.
Fucking Blackberry.
Blackberry can roll medicine.
No, Blackberry's wise. I've seen a character sheet.
You see,
yeah, Blackberry is not
actually, also, when you say you're smart, you can get rid of him. You do see a little crackle come from his gauntlets, and he's like, "Nah, you come near me, we're gonna have problems."
Oh, you
Blackberry
won't be in there as well.
not close. Blackberry has moved well away from Larrick.
Yeah.
15.
You're not going to die.
15 for medicine. Yeah.
Well, I'm itching just for the mention of them, so...
Yeah, but...
Blackberry, just offhand, knows quite a few different herbal remedies for lice, different plants that you can use.
Stop saying that word.
What happened in your D&D game last night? I got nits.
That's right, kid. You were safe. No chance.
I'm not being funny, Jen. You've actually ruined D&D, because if there's one thing that didn't need to exist in a fantasy world where you can do anything, be anything, or go anywhere, it's fucking nits.
You could have just said that it was greasy or something.
Ruined D&D.
Can you imagine like giant space lice?
I mean, I thought you were going to go crabs or something.
Don't.
You know, you just went nits.
Wait, who gave him
You've
the
ruined D&D.
I mean, there's a very fleas. Yeah, if it was fleas, I would have been jumping.
No, they're just like the crusty
So would they.
nom-noms.
Maybe that's where the nits come from.
Yeah, not mine.
Blackberry, with your herbalism kit, you would probably have basic remedies ready to go. Whether or not they're any good at this point, you don't know. But you'd certainly be able to find the ingredients at somewhere like the night market.
Blackberry's gonna look through what she's got and see if she's got anything that she can just launch at Larrick now. Because
yeah, I mean, roll. I'd say roll for your herbalism kit, which would be wisdom plus proficiency bonus. So you'll be what, a +9?
Yeah,
Not
that's
bad, is it?
19. A 19.
Yeah, so you reach through your herbalism kit. You see that you've got some dried herbs and some oils, and put them into your pestle and mortar, and you managed to whip something up for the pair of them. You're pretty sure it'll be effective.
It's just going to get rid of them.
I mean, it'll at least reduce the number, and then we can do another treatment if we have to. But you two can apply, and then you can stay well away from me because I don't want anything.
Panic comes out of the fucking bathroom in a towel and is going, "Why is everyone shouting? And why did you storm back in
Before you
on
even
me?"
finish that sentence, Larry just grabs you by the shoulder, grabs these bottles, turns you back around, and get the fuck back in there. And you just see him, the door slam behind you. Fucking down, and we both do a live streaming. He's fucking livid.
I'm also going to boil my clothes.
Yeah, I'm
in
so
the bath.
itchy now, Jen, you prick.
I'm going to wash my clothes in the bath.
Whatever
I can. I'm cleaning everything for the first time ever.
Yep. Finally, we get
Why have
Panic
you
to
done
wash.
this, you dick?
You ruined it. You could have just said that was just gross. You could have said its shoulder was a bit greasy or something.
You successfully made us all itchy in
No,
real
I'm good.
life.
Do you not get
numbed
itchy
it.
when people mention shit
No,
like
I've
this?
numbed it out.
Oh,
Numbed it out.
hate it.
I live with a vet nurse. When she mentions fleas, it's on a regular basis.
Yeah, fair. So we're going to do nit treatments before bed, Jen.
Yeah. Panic will
cool.
say while it's happening, just kind of looks at Lara. I'm sorry, I didn't realise it was that bad. I'm sorry.
Right, from now on, you wash regularly,
I'm going to do.
or I'm shaving your head in your sleep.
I'll look kind of badass though, won't I?
I mean, I could do it anyway if you want me to. I've always wanted to shave a head.
Why just mine?
Well, anyone's, but no one seems to be up for it. But I mean, if you're up for it, I'll do it.
I'm literally going to bang on the door and be like, hurry up with the treatment.
We're doing it. Maybe like some point you can do
Takes
like
a while.
like a side thing.
Yeah,
So
sounds
a lot
good.
of pirates do have that, and it looks really cool.
One like the slit through the eyebrow.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Anyway, it's fine. Don't worry. It's just annoying. We'll get this done. And, well, we better hurry up. I think Baxter needs to poo.
Thank God we come in here first.
Baxter is like visibly pacing at the very thought of getting lice.
The very thought of needing a poo.
right now.
I think he's desperate. He's pacing. We should let him in.
It is funny that the Herongon stuff. You've made a big thing of this, Jen.
I know.
You've made
made it
some
worse.
powerful enemies today, my friend.
I've been holding on to this for ages. I think
I hate it.
for
It's the first time
whenever
Ellie
you
said
guys
the
first
Bandit doesn't
mentioned
watch. She's
baths,
gone,
yeah. And I was like, well, we all know what that would mean.
I hate it with a passion.
I hate it so much. Thanks.
So they'll be gone by tomorrow. It's okay. Hopefully.
So,
Yeah.
Baxter's going for a wash. Blackberry, what's Blackberry doing?
Blackberry is going to find herself a. Oh. She's just going to sit in the corner, well away from anywhere that Lara and Panic have been, and wait her
Okay.
turn for a wash.
Yeah.
And just write notes in her book of notage, which is getting slightly short now.
Okay. While you're sitting in the corner, you put your stuff down. The bag of holding, your staff, any other bits and bobs. And something happens that you are 100% sure should be impossible. You put the bag of holding down. Normally you don't take too much care about this because things go in and they stay there. It slumps forward and you just hear a gentle thump on the ground next to you. You look down and you see the same cloth-bound notebook that was on your bedside table in the previous inn. Just lumped down on the floor. Nothing else has fallen out of the bag. so far as you can tell.
She picks up the notebook
Uh-huh.
and she opens it. Anything change?
Okay. So again, the how are you opening it? Are you opening it front to back or back to front? Are you flipping through it? What are you doing?
I open it back to front and then sort of flip back to where
Flip back to the front.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had your entry that I sent you previously?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You flip from back to front and same thing happens. The pages just appear empty, or almost as if they've been written on, but the ink has faded so much that you just can't read it anymore. They just, it's almost like you could then choose to use this notebook for yourself as yours is getting so full. You flip back to page 1, you see the initial entry, you turn the page, and you see that several more pages are now full. I will send you what they say. My message is too long.
No.
Anyway.
So you're going for a shit or not? I mean, you've been arguing about it for fucking ages.
We've just walked out the bathroom at this point.
Baxter goes in and thoroughly cleans the bathroom before then having a wash.
You've got that cloth.
We've obviously cleaned.
Huh?
You got that
Oh
cloth.
my god, would the cloth get rid of the nits?
That magic cloth you got.
I don't know whether that's...
Well, what if
It's
you use
not
it on,
like
on
any
my
other
sword and
magic
stuff?
cloth
Anything
anywhere
that's
else.
metal or something. Clean all our swords and shit. Just in case they landed on them. Why are you looking funny at me?
And he just slams the door. He slams the door.
Quick, go through his
and
pockets.
just heads to
Go through his
cleaning.
stuff.
I can't go
The
through his
cloth-
pockets.
I can tell you
He's in
now,
another room.
the
Wait until
cloth
he gets in
is
the bath.
with me.
Wait until he gets back.
He's not going to put it in his things, is he?
In his what?
It's going to be in his pocket, you
Oh, I
dick.
thought you said something else.
We literally steal stuff all the time. These guys are going to keep whatever is important in their pockets.
That's true. Got a fair point.
They know us
I
too
go
well.
in, I clean the bathroom, I then have a wash and freshen up.
Although I will say, I don't think I have ever stolen off anyone.
I bet you
Oh,
couldn't steal
apart-
off me.
Apart from the time I stole the black stone out of the bag of holding whilst Blackberry was asleep, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it is my fault we're all here.
Yeah. We knew that.
Shit. I just thought you were being dicks, but maybe you're right.
I'm always truthful with you.
No, you're not.
No,
Never.
I'm not actually. Yeah, good point. I've told
I'll
you
go
the
to
truth
bed.
recently. Fuck you.
Oh, you've done well recently.
I
Get a
have
bit.
a quick wash and I come back.
I thought you were going to say, I have a quick poo.
I have a quick wash and then I come back out and I'm like, Blackberry, you're up. Don't worry, it's clean.
Blackberry, you okay?
Interesting. Very
What is?
What?
It's just nits. They'll go
Yeah.
away. Thanks for the stuff, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome for the stuff, but I'm talking about this book.
What book?
Is
What
it
is it?
smart?
No. No, panic. I would not be sat here going interesting if it was
I
smart.
don't know what your
I'd probably be
preferences
sat
are.
here correcting
Might be a
it.
kink. I don't kink shame.
I'd probably be sat here correcting it.
Oh, that's
Um,
interesting. Oh, cool. She's having a good time.
Probably need some more commas.
No, I found this old book that had like one entry in it in the inn we stayed in last night, and I figured I could maybe use it for spare paper since you lot keep stealing mine. Except that it fell out the bag just now, which it shouldn't have done, and it's got more entries in it, and they're talking about the Briarborn estate.
That
Right, let's go back to the beginning. Sorry, what entries have you seen so far in it?
There's like 4 of them, 3 of them. I can't count. And wise, not
neither
smart.
can I. Yeah.
Hold on, sorry. So what, the book was just empty?
No, when I picked it up, it had like 1 entry in it, and then it was empty, and it didn't seem weird because the first entry was about this someone who's forgotten lots of stuff and is trying to remember who they are, and they're still forgetting. So I figured they put it down and forgot about it. And I needed more paper, so I took a page out of Larrick's book and nicked it.
Hey, I'm proud of
Right,
you.
so 1, you can never have a go at us for stealing ever again. 2, is there any way we can just double check that thing isn't cursed?
I mean, it's probably cursed or spelled or something. There's something going on with it.
What's it saying about the Briarborn?
Okay, so the Briarborn, it says the Briarborn estate remain mostly intact. The mirror gardens are gone, and those ponds I played in are fit for oozes. The fish are long gone, and my parents, whatever I should call them, must be dead. Things are still hazy, my memories are shrouded in shadow, and which woman shall I hold accountable for that? I'm sick of the cycle, so I leave this here where I might find it next time. This will be a record of her memories as they come to me. I figured he'd just forgotten about it. Because his memories.
What if his memories are attached to the book and they're appearing when we hear new information?
Maybe.
Yeah, because we've carried it
I
around.
mean, I can try and see if I can find out.
I don't know. I'd like to see what else comes up in this, if anything. And
What-
the next
like-
entry is just very
Just-
airy fairy. No offense. Panic.
The fuck?
Um,
I'm telling the gate community.
Oh,
I was going to say wishy-washy, but I figured that washy was a sore point for a couple of you.
yeah,
right
wishy-washy
now.
was a sore point, but
You just
picking
got
on the
wit.
fairy.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. No, she's got a point. I
Sore
think either
point
one would
because of
have pissed off.
unclean or being rude to my race.
It's a
I mean,
phrase.
I'm pretty angry about
Anyway.
these fucking lice, mate.
I know.
Anyway, it's just we're talking about equinoxes and how cold it is and how there's no sun or moon, and yeah, it's very sort of fancy. I might see if I can pull more about it later, but then he says later on that he found the tunnel and the entrance was difficult to get to, but he was right about the mirrors, oozes, and got in without being seen. The fools are remembering what was here, and it won't be long before their curiosity ruins my legacy. I may have failed before, but I doubt I'll get the chance to be here again, and I'll be dragged off into endless nothing soon enough when they realise I'm here. He took someone with him, and that person got oozed. And that he couldn't feel sad about it because someone was just entertaining. And there were lots of other bodies.
What's it say about mirrors again?
The initial entry on mirrors was that the mirror gardens have gone and the ponds that I played in were fit for oozes.
Is it definitely suggesting this person's a he?
Is it
I'm
useful if
just
I
saying he.
send this to the group?
Yeah, send it to the
Would
group.
Blackberry read them to the group?
Yeah, let's just say.
Or
Blackberry
do
read
you
them.
want to hold that
I mean,
for
Blackberry's
yourself?
sort of just summarising mostly, but she would actually them for the group,
What if?
especially the
But-
bit about disarming traps.
But you said this just fell out of the bag,
Yes.
but nothing comes out of the bag unless you take
Well,
it
yes,
out.
I
That's
know.
how a bag works.
That's
I
not how
know.
it works.
Well, what I'm
Unless-
thinking.
That was
Something
why
took it
I
out.
stopped to look at it.
Well, you say took it out.
No.
picked it up.
I picked it up off the floor because it fell out of the book.
Do you mean what if
Out of
something
bag.
pushed it out?
Yeah.
Wait.
No one wants to hear about your poo bag stuff.
The bag burst.
No, I think he's got a point.
Something connected to
Okay,
the book
two-
and it pushed itself out?
Two things could be happening. There's a little tiny thing in the bag being a dick, or this book is willing itself out of the bag. That means someone's consciousness is probably attached to the damn thing.
Then
Possibly.
Yeah.
we all know, living in Faerun and shit, how a bag of holding works, right? We know the
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
We know the rules. If you put another one inside another one, all that bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turn it inside out.
What, the bag?
What?
Well, if you turn it inside out, everything that is in there falls out.
Okay, but what have we got
We've
in
got a lot
there?
of shit in there, Lark.
We can put it all back in. It's fine.
Can I get dressed
But
first?
stuff that Yeah, actually, let me put my trousers on.
Yeah, to be honest, there's only 3 towels. I'm really concerned how long you've been there naked.
Because that's just
mean,
the point here. Either something is unseen and pulling this. Nothing comes out of a bag of holding by its own volition. That's a good word.
do you want me to? Do you want me to just actually firstly try and look at the book?
If you can have a look at the book and see what kind of magic's attached to it with your fancy doo-doo-doo-doo, we'll get ready and then we'll do that just to make sure no one's hiding in our bag, which is terrible. But nothing can live in a bag.
Well,
Nothing living.
Fair point.
No. I'm going to cast Identify on the book.
Okay.
It's a
How long does it take you to identify?
1 minute.
Cool.
No, I'm getting changed.
You could probably get trousers on in that time. Yeah.
My clothes are still wet.
Well, you did put them in the bath.
I needed to wash them.
Fair.
It's a book. And the only thing that is particularly interesting about it is it's giving off a kind of faint aura, like a transmutation aura. But it's faint, almost as if it's faded. But it also feels a bit more complicated than that. There's no name for the spell that's on it. It's not one that you know. All that you can glean from it is it's a book, it's a diary, it's some kind of repository.
Aren't those the thing that you put up your bum?
No.
That's a suppository.
No. Does Baxter share
It's-
that with everyone?
He is trying to just figure out as much as he can before he shares anything. So transmutation, but the spell is old.
Yeah. It's very old. It doesn't necessarily follow the rules of any of the schools of magic, but the closest one you can come to is transmutation. It's not a spell that you've ever heard of, but the function of it is to act as a repository.
Yeah. In which case,
Your understanding is that it's almost like a dictation spell, so they wouldn't necessarily be like writing themselves. It's almost like they're just sort of spilling thoughts into it.
Mm-hmm.
You glean that if the person was holding it and if they were alive, it would be connected to them, and only they would be able to update the diary.
Yeah.
You cannot understand with Identify how it is that new entries are being added to it. This is your understanding of how the spell works. How it is adding entries to it when it's in the bag of holding, you don't know.
Could I try and think if it might be possible, having identified what it is, whether it may be possible for someone to have been linked to it even if they're dead?
Probably not with Identify. No.
That's cool.
But that's your understanding of the spell. That's what it's there to do. It would be linked to
I just explained
person,
that
a being.
it would be linked to presumably a living person, because it's kind of their way of dictating and noting without having to sit and scribble it out themselves. But this is old.
Do we need someone smarter to help figure this out?
No, the spell that I have just doesn't.
No, I mean, like someone else who can do a lot more on it. Say, like a crazy wizard person.
I don't think we're going to have time to take it back to the crazy wizard. Or
Not
whatever's in
now,
it.
Go back to the crazy wizard at some point anyway.
Yeah, we've got to go back there anyway. That could be a good way of getting that figured out. Unless... I don't know. Should we do the bag thing just in case?
I think so, just in case something's in there, right?
Why don't we take some of the stuff out first that we know we've got in there?
Well, what do you really want to stick your hand in there? When was the last time we actually took anything out of the bag of holding? Also,
I often just shove in there and then don't take them out. My money's in there.
Maybe like.
Do you want to get your money out?
Yeah, Blackberry's going to take her money out the bag of holding. You've got this
Comes to you, no problem.
Didn't we pick up a load of weapons?
I don't even know what's in there anymore.
Lily's
got the list.
I remember, from what I remember, we picked up a shit ton of weapons and shoved in there.
I have here.
Are they separate? Fucking hell.
If it gets shoved in there, I write it down and we don't take stuff out. We've got some rotting mushrooms in the bottom of there.
We might have exactly too... What if we've just got too much in there? And the last thing you put in is just being pushed out. But it happens to also have this thing on it.
We have rotting mushrooms in there.
Can we throw those away?
Yeah.
Let's have a bag clear out for the next half hour. We'll clear out the bag.
Actually, yeah, let's turn it inside out. Just make sure there isn't a monster hiding in there, pushing out a book. Then we can, just before bed, we could just sort some bits out.
Yeah, okay.
Have a spring clean.
Do we know what date we're in?
You.
I want really fancy names, Jen. Go on.
Because the entries are dated.
Yeah. You are in.
You know how old these entries are.
You are in the year T.
Carriage went by. What?
Year T.
What? You're in the year 1490.
1490. So this is 100 years ago.
This is 100 years ago. What about like date wise? Oh, weird.
What if the date, matches the dates of the entries? Like this today's
The date that you're on now?
Yeah, does it match the entries in the diary?
No.
Oh, damn, that would have been really...
that would have been really cool.
No, so you are in the year... sorry. Because D&D... month names are different. You are in the month, of Nightle, which is essentially the 12th month of the year.
And I'm really sorry, you've mentioned this before. How long has it been since the Seba?
Sorry?
How long has it been since the
Since the Seba? Mm-hmm. It's been about 200 plus years.
Okay.
So Roland has been on the throne for about, I guess, 300 years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's do our spring clean. Let's check out, keep an eye on the book. We'll look at it every day. And see what entries come into it next. Because unless there's anything in the bag, which I'm kind of highly doubting at this point, but just to make sure.
I'm gonna pick the bag up and go.
The entries are quite spaced out, which is interesting because this is not this is like selected entries that are being put in.
Yeah, but we don't know if there's more to fill in those gaps that are going to...
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. But all I'm saying is that the first entry...
Oh, sorry, there's a typo on the first entry. It should be
1385.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So they're in chronological order.
It's just whenever that person wrote those info in at the time.
Yeah, but
it's a diary.
There was one entry, and then there was a 5-year gap.
I forget things. This guy
absolutely.
forgot a lot of things.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
What if it's Kendra's diary? We don't know what the gender is,
That's true.
and you shouldn't presume. And also,
We didn't.
what if it... I'm just saying, like, what if she's gone, maybe she went down, found all these things, and it turns out she found all the necromancy shit that she's doing and lost the marbles. That's assuming.
Or whatever's writing this diary is the thing we're going to find when we go down into that vault.
Maybe. I think
Anyway,
we keep an eye
I'm
on it.
definitely
Let's get
worried
this
that
bag
getting
done.
to that vault is going to involve knowing this code. Anyway,
Well,
Blackberry's
look at
going
it
to
in
turn
the
the bag
morning.
inside out.
Everyone's all going to jump back because
Yeah. There is a lot. I mean, I don't track bag. There are a lot of things, mouldy bits of food and
What's in the
shit
bag,
that you
Lily?
put in there.
You know, we never went back to see Jingle Jangle with the key.
Oh, shit.
I don't know
No,
what
you
that,
didn't.
why you getting emotional about a key, guys.
Oh, it was.
Oh,
We
no.
were meant to
They
take
were
you
really,
back
really
to
weird.
Why don't you just...
Um,
All right.
There's also
actually
10
meant-
extra
meant to
gold
go
pieces
with
and
last
40
week.
extra gold
Oh.
pieces in here. Okay. And an
Okay.
emerald.
It was from a time where we chased a hill.
An emerald?
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
We have the rotting half of Clapperclaw's gourd head.
Oh.
We have Jan Spinner's story of Felwild Fuckbutts.
The what?
You want to spend a story?
Yeah.
There's another one you're
And a
writing,
midnight
though.
candle. I think, that's probably taken over from my notebook, frankly. But that was in here. A midnight candle,
I've got one of them.
3 pig's ears, and
Thank you,
candy
Dale.
frogs and eyeballs.
We should start selling those.
I would say anything food related
We shouldn't
Oh,
sell
that's
these.
has started like
Yeah, anything food related. Putting in the little, the waste paper bin they have in all hotel rooms. I'm just
Yeah.
putting
Yeah.
it.
Let's just say that's
Yeah,
a thing,
look-
Jen, so we can clear this up.
The mushrooms are then gone.
Oh yes, there's a bin in the corner.
Oh, look at that. But I disappeared. Thank you, Raven Queen. Let's...
What
Got
else?
mummy dust, gold and silver fruit and parts of heart's desire. That's
Oh,
wrong
yeah.
as well.
Dust.
That's...
Bean pots from the magic beanstalk.
Yeah, I've still got one of them. I still don't know what they do.
Book about the gods of the Shadowfell.
can I borrow that?
A hammer charm and a lantern charm. A torch. Many books from the library.
All Baxters.
What can I say?
No, I think actually a treatise on the creation of the Shadowfell was what that Blackberry grabbed.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, we did visit the library.
Yeah, and the origin of the Shadowkai, and she does actually also.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Carriage Red Light. What is it?
All of that.
I said she has the origin of the Shadowkai and a smutty story as well.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
smell.
Yeah, these
yeah,
are from
I
the
forgot.
university library.
Yeah, from the University Library. There's like
sorry,
some other
what
crap
was
in
the
there as
title
well.
again?
But what was the title?
It's called. It's just
A
called.
Union
Ascot
of
Book.
Prisoners.
Book of Smart.
No,
The sequel.
it's called No Commas.
No commas, girls gay.
Only paragraphs.
Biceps are good.
Biceps good.
That's good. That's it. That's what we'll
The
roll
oceans
with.
are lesbians.
I can't say what I actually said.
No, I opted not to.
Blackberry, can I borrow that book about the gods though? No, we got to put it all
Yes.
back, but can I borrow that? Has it got
Yes, you can
pictures?
borrow the book about gods.
What
No.
else is in here?
I'll try.
Like
to
Larry's
do
It might have like a
Eyes of
picture of a god, but otherwise no.
it. You can't pick up the emeralds.
Why? Oh
It goes
shit!
back
Yeah.
in my bag.
I was going to say
No,
we should
I'll
sell
pick
them
them
and
up,
get some
they'll
extra
work
money.
Yeah. Why
Well, they
are you
can go
holding
back
out
to
on us,
blackmail.
Blackberry?
Yeah, we could have got a load more money.
Just
They're
making
only
sure-
worth
make
20
sure she
gold
goes
pieces.
home.
They're not worth much.
Yeah, but we could sell them and get a bit more money.
Just while we're in the process of cleaning things up, I said, look at Larrick and I'm like, what happened to your friend that was following us?
Oh, she's still here. She sits on my shoulder most of the
Hi,
day.
panic we met
No,
before.
not that friend.
I don't know, and I don't give a fuck.
Do you think it's a case of whenever we think about them, they just appear?
Who's this?
Larry genuinely stops and goes,
Is this the scarecrow thing?
no.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, but it can't come into the town. We figured that out because of the green light thing.
Oh,
Remember? The big
green-
beams of
the
green
green
light
light,
orb things going around the whole fucking city.
The
They
walls.
stopped the weird things coming in from the Shadowfell.
Yeah, but what if when we went back outside it was just waiting?
Then we'll find out and Larry will die.
We'll probably find out now.
But we're not outside the Shadowfell. Outside of the city, whatever. I've forgotten where we are.
We're on the Isles.
Did
No, it's
anything
still
weird
part of
come
the
out of the
city.
bag?
Are they
Anything
green?
out the bag?
Are they still around us?
Well, the barriers are. And it's a sea. Unless
Right?
that's,
Is it right the way round?
yeah. From what I yeah.
Look, Baxter, he's not here, all right?
I was
Shut
just in
up.
the process of clearing things out. I just thought, maybe
Anyway,
clear.
I had cleared it out. I hadn't thought about the little bastard for days, and now he's back in there. So you've done exactly the opposite of clearing out. You fucking cleared in.
I'm going to help Blackberry put the stuff back.
Yeah. You help the big- don't nick
We
me
assume
out.
nothing. We didn't see anything fall out that we don't recognise apart from, things we haven't thought of in years, right?
Yeah.
DM.
What was the question? Sorry.
We don't notice anything we don't recognise.
Oh no, sorry, Damien. No,
I didn't hear that
nothing
bit,
weird
but,
came out the
no.
bag.
Cool, let's put it all back.
Nothing weird, nothing living.
Oh, there's also that scarf in there
Undead.
that Marek picked up for Blackberry when they were in the Palace of Heart's Desire. The weird shimmery blue scarf.
You got a scarf for Blackberry, and you
Yeah,
and
you
you're
picked me
not
up a
wearing
weird
it.
shimmery blue scarf.
No, I gave you.
Well, it clashes with my cloak. It's like blue and sparkly and starry, and
Do you-
the cloak
Do you
is
want
green.
the scarf?
Of course, I want scarf.
Oh.
Just clashes with my
Just
cloak
wear
right
it
now.
then.
Fine.
What about
I'll wear it
Safira?
tomorrow.
Make it like a balaclava thing.
I don't remember this.
I'll wear it
Eric,
tomorrow.
wear it.
A bandana. Anyway,
At some point,
I
whilst
remember it.
we everything out.
I genuinely didn't remember it until I saw it in the
No, I
notes.
forgot about that. So
Yeah, I've got that.
we should really get some
that's when we
sleep.
met. That's when we met the
We should
Lamia,
get
wasn't
some
it?
sleep.
And I robbed a bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were up in the bedroom.
At some point, whilst
You
we're
are
tidying
such a-
everything away,
Terrible.
Larry does
Terrible.
get up and goes and checks out the windows very stealthily to see if we can see this pumpkin.
Please,
to see if
God.
we can see this pumpkin boy.
Please, God, make him roll stealth and not make us roll perception or something. Please, God.
I mean,
Baxter's freaked him out a bit.
I just really hope that the protection doesn't go right the way around the aisles.
Baxter's freaked him right out. Oh, shit. My stealth, because I get advantage and ridiculousness, is 24.
Okay.
Damn it. Got
I
21.
mean, yeah, you managed to sneak across the room without anyone noticing.
Do I see any different out the windows?
What's your passive perception?
My
Have you gone
passive
out like
is-
at night time to see if you can see pumpkins?
Yeah, but I'm a rabbit. I can see in the dark.
Only if you've got we can't see in the dark as standard. Blackberry had to trade the colour of her eyes for dark vision.
I'm the only one who can see in dark vision.
I can see dark vision because I traded the colour of my eyes.
There's street lamps in there.
They look creepy.
He's a creepy little bastard. If he was watching me in the dark, he'd want me to
He'd
see
be
him,
right
dude.
there, wouldn't he?
He'd be stood under a street
You
lamp
could
in like
just
a
ask.
cone of fucking light.
You
Like
could
the
just ask the
insect.
two fey creatures that can do dark
my
vision.
passive-
He might
My
be
passive
doing a little
perception's
slender
19.
thing.
Oh.
It's like popping out
Ooh.
slightly from behind the window.
Yeah, just half out.
Oh,
Yeah, my passive
Yeah,
perception
that's
is
the worst.
19.
bottom half.
Slenderman always got me.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not
Mm-mm.
Should have been better at the
Anyway.
game then.
bad.
Point was that he was not meant to get you.
Get better at life.
No, I know.
How about that?
Get good.
Get good, fucking noob.
Jumping's my nemesis. Soz.
Right,
Oh
are
my
we all
God.
cleared up about
Perception?
what's in the bag? We're good.
What?
Perception for Larrick.
I've just said it 4 times.
Sorry.
My passive perception is 19.
Okay. Okay, you can't see him. You look out the window.
I'm really glad I waited for that.
Yep. Soz.
And then he's going to sneak back down and just carry on sorting stuff out.
Yeah.
The best thing is I genuinely just randomly remembered that the other day.
I'd forgotten all about that.
I was like, we never checked on...
I'm hoping he's done the fucking Feywild. Oh, no, he wasn't from the Feywild, was he?
No,
He's fucking...
it was
No.
That's what I was saying about
He's
the
from-
barriers.
He was from here, mate.
He's a local.
Does the barrier extend to the
Don't
Isles?
make it worse.
Well, Panic mentioned it, so...
Well, it doesn't need to. Do you mean like the wall around the city?
And the
I'm sure
green
it goes
light
out
stuff
into the
that
sea,
stops
doesn't it?
The mist coming closer.
With the green lights, yeah.
Yeah.
So it does extend into the sea to an extent, but it doesn't cut off the Isles.
Sure, yeah, it doesn't encapsulate the whole Isles, right?
Can't walk on water.
No,
Fall over
because
with
it's
his
ocean.
little
But
pumpkin.
Yeah.
It
Cool.
it protects to an extent. Yeah.
Okay.
To an extent. All right, cool, noted.
Yeah.
Right, let's clean the
Sorry,
bag
got
up
you.
and let's go to bed because I'm fucking knackered.
Let's go to bed. I'm
Everybody can long rest.
Yes.
Fuck for that.
tired. Level
And level up,
up.
obviously.
Yeah.
No. You
Um,
guys, so I was thinking about this the other day. You haven't leveled up for Damien, but in game time, you have only been the level you are for about 7 days.
That's
So
enough.
we've done so much in
We've
those
done so
7
much.
days.
You haven't.
It's not our
Anyway,
fault.
anyway.
Every time we go somewhere,
Everywhere.
not our fault that every time we go somewhere, someone goes, "Oh yeah, I'll help you with that, but you have to do this thing first."
Or have a several hour long conversation.
Yeah.
Jen, sorry to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to dispute this. Just calm it all down. Before Panic goes to bed.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. She's going to take the book she just got and go subtly go up and sit next to Larrick in his bed and try and read.
Okay.
So I just,
What? Just Why?
I go sleep. It's fine.
what's wrong with your bed?
I can't read that well, so I don't need you to help me. You go sleep, but I just
Do you want me to help you read?
no, it's all right. I can figure it out.
I don't mind.
But you're tired, and
It's fine. That we can do a chapter a night.
thanks.
I'm gonna sit with Panic, and I'll use my little candle so it doesn't keep anyone else awake. My midnight candle, and we'll read through the first chapter of the book before we go to bed.
Okay. That's nice. You're reading book on Gods of the Shadowfell, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, first chapter, I guess, is just an introduction to the main players, which tend to be death gods. Obviously, Raven Queen being the primary god, but there are also others. So you've heard of Orcus, who's generally considered an evil, very very evil god of death, actually. Then there is Pelor, who are the crazy ones with the lanterns, one of whom you met at the carnival when you first arrived. And there is also, in previous years, Arathis was quite a popular god in the Shadowfell. She's a goddess of civilization, which seems to be a bit of an oxymoron in the Shadowfell, but it's also kind of
Just
not.
thinking that.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it should quite work, but actually it is quite important. There are very strict social rules in Gleamrot. And good and bad don't follow strict rules in any realm, really. The other one is the Sahir, who's a deity of darkness. He has quite significant power in the Shadowfell for obvious reasons. His main temple is in the Temple District. It's the Fane of Night. I think I described it to you at some point previously. It's a very plain building. kind of covered in a murky haze. Those are the key gods in the Shadowfell. There are rumours of others like Vecna, other gods that kind of roam the shadowy side. But yeah, the introduction to the book just gives you like a brief overview of the most important ones, their temples, if there are any, and a relatively contemporary view on how many worshippers they have.
As soon as we get to the last sentence, Paddock passes out in the book.
Okay.
Laris already gone.
So I managed to finish, got excited, and just gonna.
Yeah, most of Larrick helping to read was panic reading what she could, then going, "What's that one say?" And me going,
Yeah, that is actually what I was thinking was happening.
and
Fuck you. Why is it all squiggly lines then?
So you do long rest. You do not level up. Come on, guys.
Worth a shot.
Can we level down?
Yeah, you wake up in the morning. You gather that people wake up quite early. Here, some food has been left outside the door for you. Were you planning on trying to wake up early here? Were you planning on setting watches? Anything like that? Not setting watches. Having
Probably
Trying to wake up early. Yeah.
an alarm
Yeah.
clock on a sundial. How's that work?
It's just
We
a
are on a
raven
schedule.
that you have to shut up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that you wake up at like an early-ish time, like equivalent to
broke the pact?
6:30 a.m. Yawn. It's literally making me yawn to think about it. However early you wake up, someone has been up earlier and left you, again, this quite rough dark bread and some like butter and hard cheese on a plate outside your door. Is there anything you want to do before you leave this morning?
I mean,
I suppose check the book again to see if there's another entry.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
idea, isn't it?
Nicking coffee while this is happening.
You open the diary. You flick through. There are no new entries.
Oh, I got all excited then.
Yeah, it might take a couple of days.
Yeah. Well,
He's got to get
this
new
guy,
ink from whatever world he's in.
this person seem, yeah, they don't write regularly.
Right. Do we need anything before we go down this vault thing?
We're going straight to the house, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just got to move on, don't we?
Should we just,
Yeah,
is
we-
there a shop nearby we can get some potions or something? A backup.
I think we're good for most stuff. We went to the night market.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, no,
So
wait,
saying
we
that you
bought,
picked some stuff up.
we picked some stuff
Yeah.
up at the Dragon Town, didn't we?
Oh no! Yes, the exploding stuff that you picked up. We don't
Oh, I
want to
forgot
explode the
about-
place.
Wait,
Oh,
no, that's from the night
but when?
market. The potions we got from
That was
Dragon
at the
Town.
market. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have got my shield.
Quite a lot of shopping.
We don't have time now.
Well, I mean,
We need to
take
go.
me 2 hours to fly there and back, but yeah.
No,
No.
we're
I
going.
want it.
What? Oh. In that book, didn't it say something about a fucking tunnel?
Yes.
So are we going in sneaky oozy danger way, or are we just walking through the front door?
We need
I
to
think
get.
we need to go sensible way first.
We need to get a job.
We need a job.
That's
So
what we
what's
got to
the
do.
what's the play then?
We need money.
We're just
We need money,
adventurers
we
need
need
some
money.
money.
We need work.
You might have heard about us at the cage fight, but you know we did all right. But we still need money.
Yeah.
Can we,
Yeah.
we heard that you've got work for people.
What do we say if they go, why aren't you all miserable and grey and shit?
We just got
I mean, we
here.
are pretty grey right now. We just got here and we had a really good time fighting in the cage last night.
We heard that you need people to work. We need money to be able to get our traveling on. We need to travel and get away. They say we need money to get away from here.
Yeah.
Because then we're like nomads type thing. They don't care if we go missing type thing or
Yeah.
get hurt.
But we've still got to eat and like
Yeah.
you said, travel.
I don't think they're actually going to ask much questions.
No, I
Because
don't think
I
so.
don't think they are either.
if their people are dying, as
It's just work,
much
innit?
as Mady Boy says, they're
It's
going
You
to
don't
want
need to
to.
know how much I won last night.
They're just filling
But
places.
ultimately, we're traveling. We need work. Simple as.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Right.
Right.
We can handle ourselves.
Baxter, Blackberry, you're doing the talking. let's
Okay.
go.
Let's go.
Casually try and fly up on Delar's shoulder, and just before I do land, I go, "Is this alright? Because I'm clean now."
I'm gonna take a bit of cloth and just put it between my skin and like, sit on that.
Yeah, and I sit on the other shoulder.
Dick.
I mean, I would also imagine with the amount that Panic's been sitting on your shoulder that she would have like saddle sores, and like you probably have saddle sores as well.
Stop
No.
adding things into this story about fucking
Like-
dragons, Jen.
Jen, we
Just
don't want
let us
realism.
have fun. Yeah, you've
Realism
also got
in D&D.
rickets
What's
because
wrong
you've been in
with
the
you?
Shadowfell for too long. There's no fucking sun.
Like a little old
I've
cat.
also got scurvy because
Scurvy,
you've
when was
not
the last time you had
eaten
fruit,
any
you
proper
pricks?
food.
Yeah, none of you eat enough vegetables.
Clean
Sorry.
None of you
More.
said anything about an orange. You got vitamin D deficiency. You're all fucking gonna die.
Let's just say, shut up.
No. So
Stop trying to make
You
this fantasy
eat-
game too realistic.
you wash. You wash. You do whatever it is that
Yeah.
you need to do in the morning.
Yeah.
You head out. The route out basically is back through Largan's bloody Gaglath. Gee. Largan's who you're going to go see.
Oh, nice.
Gaglath's kind of sitting area. He is not there. The trapdoor is open. I've got hiccups. You can go down the rungs. You don't really meet anybody, but obviously you are expected to remember your own way out. The long corridor that led off from the fighting pit, it actually continues on, and as you follow it along, it basically takes you out into sort of the back end of the bar. This is the gambling den that you never went into, which currently is completely empty.
Time.
No, when we come back.
Yeah, fair.
There's no one there,
Yeah,
and
waste of time now.
you just see Scoria kind of like bustling around, tidying bits and pieces up. She looks up as you walk through.
I give
You
her
off?
a nod. Yeah.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you have your argument?
Yep.
Went well? Feel better?
No and no.
Cool. All right, we'll see you soon.
Take care. I hope to see you very soon.
That kind of
Yes, so do we.
Right. What?
Maybe just so we come back quicker with good news.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Just the way she said it.
Have a pint ready for us at
what's-
about tonight, all right?
What's the quickest way?
The way we came.
Just carry on north, basically.
North.
We've got a
Difficult
compass.
to miss.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to move you back to. You guys are here in the Fallen Tower. You basically just need to keep heading up the road to like here,
Yeah.
and then you see this enormous complex. So, Briarborn Manor, as I said, they were the richest people. The Briarborn family, sorry, were the richest people on the island. They were considered some of the richest people in all of Gloomrot. They comprise the tallest ruins of the entire Ghost Quarter, to the point where there are towers kind of teetering over the cliff line as if parts of the complex have actually fallen away, yet still enormous estate. There are several large buildings, which obviously would have been the kind of service buildings that fed into the estate, areas where, where wealthier families kind of build up their estate. They move from place to place, and it all becomes part of the larger enclosure. On the roofs, you can see that what had been described to you about the chimney community is densely populated with shanty buildings. They have kind of created kind of very narrow tall structures that follow the chimneys. very flat and squat, where you can see like maybe just one or two people or a very small family lives inside them. And it is generally a very kind of busy area. No one stops you when you go to enter the estate, which is mostly walled. There's like a large gate where you notice some people who are dressed similarly to the people that you saw on the bridge when you came in are there. Again, they are populated in the gatehouse. But as you go through, you see there's not really anybody on the ground floor. Everybody is elevated up from the street and views. It's not difficult to find your way to the main building, the main manor house. As with all estates, the drive kind of goes through the middle and everything is off to the sides. It doesn't take you particularly long to get there. Maximum kind of half an hour once you've wandered through, navigated, dodged ooze, etc., which you've become pretty good at doing over the last few days. And eventually it leads you to essentially the front doors of the manor, which I'm really hoping is this manor. See it? Yeah. Leads to the front doors of the manor, which is pretty much a cavernous ruin. But what you can hear here is the sound of essentially what can only be described as picks against stone. And you are pretty sure that somewhere around here is this excavation. You can hear kind of distant but raised voices. But what is presented directly in front of you is, strangely, for all intents and purposes, a completely deserted manor building with the doors having caved in, just lying in ruins on the floor in the main hallway. And that is where we will leave it.
Exciting.
Hey, that's not ominous either.
Never. Do you know, I even got Fantasy Name Generator up this time. I didn't need it.
No.
Didn't do shenanigans this time. We just got nits.
Just
That
got
was
nits.
just cruel.
It's
What a
just-
horrible thing to do.
Oh, yuck. Excuse me.
Disgraceful, Gem.
Wash.
Panic. Didn't know.